And now we return to Weebs in the Hood.
Big boy.
What's up, y'all?
What's good? What's good, everybody? Dun, dun, dun.
I say it is. We are finally back. It's been a minute. We've been doing a lot of working.
I've been doing a lot of working.
A lot of working,
A lot of working.
A lot of slaving.
A lot of slaving.
A lot of
I was hitting them with the wading in the water.
Wade. Yes, sir.
That's how I felt last night.
How y'all feeling
last
today?
night.
How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling pretty solid.
Man, I've been elated.
Elated.
Absolutely wonderful. It's been a nerd's wet dream these last 2 months.
Okay.
You know, I can see that.
I'm gonna naturally take a shot of the dark here. I'm assuming you're talking about the One Piece live adaptation.
I'm talking about One Piece. I'm talking about Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh yeah, this really has been the latest.
This season in anime has been goated. Baki's been absolutely crazy. What fuck else?
Thank God you brought up Baki. Oh my God.
He did bring up Baki.
Baki's been absolutely wild. Fuck else was I watching? But it's been insane. To put it into perspective, I've probably logged about 500 hours into Baldur's Gate.
Wow.
It's been out for about 3 weeks.
Wow. That's wild.
Damn.
It's bad. It's very bad.
Yo balls stank.
Yo, for real.
This nigga ain't. Damn, this nigga been putting in the right. Yeah, do the math real quick. Don't pull out the phone. He said, I gotta do math on that.
I don't think it's quite at 500. I think it's somewhere sitting around the high 3s, low 4s.
He said, "Nigga, you put all your time. How you been working?"
I kid you not. It's literally been work, sleep, play Baldur's Gate, go to work, sleep, plays Baldur's Gate.
You ever work a kitchen
Watch
job?
Baki.
You ever work a kitchen job from a Zoom call? this motherfucker in the Baldur job.
Bro,
He is the Baldur's Gate.
The Isekai vending machine came out.
That did happen.
It's not as cringe as I thought I was gonna be.
Talk to me about that, because I saw it and I was like,
I thought it was gonna be absolutely ridiculously. I'm gonna drop it in 3 episodes. I'm 6 or 7, 8 episodes deep in it, and I'm like, I'm actually fucking with this.
tell me you're caught up with Jujutsu Kaisen.
I need to get caught up with
Oh
Jujutsu
my
Kaisen.
God, dude!
That's another one.
Dude, the episode they just dropped. The amount of anime.
Don't spoil it. I haven't watched it yet. That's my last episode to
all
watch.
I'm gonna say is this: whoever the fuck did the last episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, because I can't what's the name of that arc? I can't remember the name of the arc, but they referenced so many animes in one episode, dog. It was I was hyped the entire time. Jujutsu Kaisen's just been blowing it out of the water for me. Mappa, dude, Mappa's on it. Mappa don't quit.
They
Niggas
really don't
quit. They stay hitting, dog. I can't wait for One Punch. One Punch is dropping.
Oh yeah, One Punch is
One
getting ready
Punch
to
is
drop.
getting ready.
One Punch is getting ready to drop, and Mappa's on that.
It's just getting better. Every time I look around, it's just getting better. I know Starfield has dropped. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet.
Yeah. I say Tone's
Man,
Tone's been digging.
Within the I'll be honest with y'all, I'm just as bad as Ray. Within the first of me, I'd say 2 days of me playing it,
He wasn't on nothing else.
I am at 20 hours.
Nope.
I was coming home, bruh, and I was noticing Christian would be on Apex, and Tone's door would be shut, and I would hear nothing. And when I pass Christian's room, I can see who's on, and I didn't see your name, and I was like, "Nigga, Tone playing Starfield."
Listen,
I wouldn't even knock on his door. I'd be like, "I'm just gonna let him ride. I'm just gonna let him ride that out."
When I first started, I had already made 4 fucking save slots.
Yeah, that's what you were saying last
Because
night.
the first
No.
mission, within the first mission, you can do
So
so
much.
much wild shit, and if you just miss so much if you just keep on going, just playing it
Yo.
like it's really good. You miss so
Baldur's Gate
you
is the
miss
same
so
way,
much.
dog. I got 4 saves in Baldur's Gate.
Jesus.
I got an evil one, a good one, the one I've done on streams, and then I've gotten a modded one.
See, look, yeah.
The mods are crazy for Baldur's
And
Gate.
the crazy
dog.
thing about the first mission is the reason why I have 4 slaves on the first mission, because if you once you complete that first mission, you don't go back to that planet till later. Like that nebula of system till later on to you're allowed to. So if you don't figure out everything within that first mission,
You're fucked.
you're fucked. You shut out.
you're
Like you shut out. Like
You
Josh,
really gotta take it
Josh
in.
literally just told me that yeah, dog, you missed doing something. You could have killed all of them and got like this rare ass gun. I was like, bruh.
See?
Hey, I'm like, oh no.
The little tiny Easter eggs and shit like that.
Yeah, it was really crazy. It was really crazy.
No, I like games like that.
It's really good. I'm hoping that it doesn't go multiplayer. I just want it to be a straight.
I don't think it will.
I
You want
want
it
it
to
to
be
be
straight.
straight.
You feel like
single
there's
player.
enough in the single right now for it to
is
just-
enough. It's way more than enough. I'll be honest. Way more than enough.
Oh, yeah.
And besides that, man, I've been watching fucking what is that? Zom 100.
Oh, Zom 100's crazy.
Zom 100 crazy. It's
Zom
really
100,
fucking
yeah,
The
Zom
dude
100
reminds
is
me of
good.
me. Look,
Bro,
I ain't gonna
for
lie.
real.
I don't give a fuck about
That
the
nigga,
damn
just
zombies.
that nigga just trying to not work, bro.
Yeah, bro, he's just trying to not
That
work.
nigga just wants a day off.
I'll be honest, I've never related so much
To a show.
to a protagonist. Not even just to a show, to an actual
Actual
protagonist.
That first
more
episode
than
summed
him.
it up. That first episode, within the first 20 minutes, it summed up pretty much our lives. Like, they're out partying, like, yeah, man, it's so great to be a part of this company. All right, y'all, see you tomorrow. Time to go back to the office. That nigga said, wait, what?
What?
Yeah, nah, he was sweating.
He was
I was
like,
like, oh, yeah.
Sweating.
Yeah, you think it stops, nigga? Nah, it don't never stop.
Hey, the girl of his dreams. Dog, I felt bad for
I
him.
felt so bad for him.
Oh, I remember
dog.
that episode.
Yeah, yeah.
My God,
I felt so, bro. When he went over to baby girl's apartment, I was like, and he was in there. He was in there chewing on her, bro. And he hit. First off, I love the fact that they made that nigga a rugby star.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
that nigga
Yep.
be Randy Orton. He be Randy Orton spearing niggas
Yep.
for pleasure. For pleasure. That nigga gets nothing but happiness out of that shit. And then he looked at baby girl, and I was like, damn, dog.
I was about to say, you tried.
Yeah.
At least you tried.
He
Yeah,
tried.
he
He tried.
tried.
Ward was in. He said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna give me some somehow."
Yep.
He was trying.
But hey, look, he's got baby girl number 2.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She-
I ain't gonna
she's a
lie.
fucking
She a
savage.
savage. She a savage.
Y'all ain't read the manga.
I haven't.
I'm
but
trying so hard. I read everything, so I'm trying so hard not to
I'm
read
gonna
this manga.
I'm not done with it, but I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut because the part that I'm at,
Oh, it gets so much spicier. Oh,
It
I
gets
can't
spicy.
wait. I can't wait.
bet.
It gets
oh,
very
yeah, I
spicy.
can't wait.
it gets spicy and not in the way y'all think.
Oh, Tom. Solo leveling. The countdown is.
Yeah, bro.
it's
I
ticking.
was gonna say
It's
something
I've been
about
seeing
that.
a lot of shit about
Have
that.
you read the manga?
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot
So,
of pop-ups.
I
too.
can't
Before
fucking
getting
wait.
ready.
I have
for
to
it.
calm everybody down. Not y'all, but the other people that's for soul leveling.
Oh my god, yeah, it's getting bad.
Please understand that this is a manga Japanese adaptation instead of a manga. If they were to do a manga animation, y'all probably wouldn't fucking like that at
Yeah.
all.
I would love it, but
I mean, personally,
Yeah.
I would love it because it fits. It goes with the actual manga.
I just love
art.
that art style. It
It's the art
works
style.
so well.
But because not many, I can tell that many studios have work done with manga
Yeah, that-
art in itself and that type of art. That's why the art in itself, when it comes to animation, is more Japanese based than it is Korean based.
Yeah.
So just please, it looks gonna be great, but just don't be too mad at that.
Yeah,
Right.
it's gonna be kind of like Chainsaw Man, where people were complaining.
Yeah.
People were complaining about the art style, and I'm like, bro, they can't do a straight
Right.
adaptation
If you-
because they
yeah.
don't work with that art style.
if you want what you're gonna get out of Chainsaw Man, and they're not working out of the same art style, you're gonna have to give a little to get a
Yeah.
little.
It's-
you know what
and
I'm
it's
saying?
worth it. It's
yeah.
like-
And look, yeah, I was about to say niggas complain about that, but look at Chainsaw Man's ratings. Like,
Yeah,
Chainsaw,
bro.
yeah,
Come on now.
Chainsaw Man is still up there with like
it
Chainsaw
was-
Man is literally
that was
considered
a
one of
fire
like the
season.
horror, one of the big horror 3. Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, and what's the other one?
Oh, I need to get into Hell's Paradise. Everyone keeps talking about
Hell's
it.
Paradise, Chainsaw Man, and Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Those three. Those are like the horror, like the gross big three.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't really consider that.
Nah, I would.
That's tame.
I'd say that's
That's tame.
It's
Yeah,
more
that's
shonen
tame.
with like hints of
That's
horror.
tame.
with
That's
hints of gore. Don't get me wrong though. Chainsaw Man finna get gnarly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man finna get disgusting
Facts.
at some point.
Facts.
Yeah.
It is. I agree.
Yeah.
It's like my prime example with fucking Tower of God art. And
Yes.
high
Yeah.
school,
Yes, high
King
school.
of High School,
Yeah,
whatever.
King of
Yeah,
High School. Yeah.
Those was
God of High School.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God of High School. Those was legit
I'm mad.
Korean manga adaptations,
Yeah,
animation style.
I'm so mad.
But
that
it didn't get
people-
enough hype because it was that.
Right.
Yeah, people. My problem is because God of High School was goated. Like, it's,
God, it was
it's-
so.
God of
It's-
High School was goaded.
And
But
to me,
they
I'll
do
be-
not give it enough hype.
but people didn't. I don't think they fully understood what they were getting themselves into with the anime. And I'm like, so they kind of like jumped off ship. And I'm like, dog, no, it's good.
Just,
It is.
It's real
It's just
good.
niggas boxing though. If you don't want niggas boxing,
Right. If you're not a choreography man,
Yeah.
it's not for you.
Yeah, it's
Not
boxing. It's one of
choreo.
those things where it's like,
Yeah, it's not for you. There's a lot of choreography.
I
in
was
there.
just about to say.
And the choreography is solid.
Choreography is solid.
The choreography is
Top.
very
Really
solid.
good. Really good.
you just like I said, there are some animes that motherfuckers just need to learn
To
if it's
accept.
their style.
Yeah.
God of High School,
Is
us
very
niggas,
particular.
we love boxing. We love niggas throwing hands. So when you get an anime like God of High School where they don't really fuck around with a lot of the backstory, they don't really fuck with talk no jutsu, they don't do that. It's
Right.
let's throw these hands.
Right. if you let's be honest.
that resonates.
Let's be honest. If your priority for most animes is choreography, and I can attest to this because I've said multiple times I don't like CGI. Right? What's that one anime from fucking on Netflix? It's all
Megaloboxing.
Megaloboxing.
I knew
It
you
is
was
all
gonna-
CGI. It is all
Megaloboxing is it's on Crunchyroll.
okay. So, but
No, it came out. It came on.
It's on Netflix now?
It came out on
Netflix
Netflix.
first.
It came out on
It came
Netflix
on
first.
Megaloboxing
But check
is
it out though.
goated.
Check it out though. All CGI, right? I prioritize.
Watch it.
I prioritize choreography and plot, right? Those are my
Right.
main two
Yeah.
things. With that being said, I've said multiple times I hate CGI. That show, all CGI. I've watched it just
Wait,
because.
no, you're thinking of Kenjin Asura.
Yes, Kenjin Asura.
Megaloboxing is the black nigga boxing.
Yeah, nah.
boxing.
Nah.
Yeah, Megaloboxing is the black nigga boxing. That's on Crunchyroll. Kenjin Asura
Megaloboxing is the
3D.
nigga
There's
with
a
the.
couple-
with
there's
the-
a lot
with
of them
the
that has
machine,
it,
ain't it?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the machines. Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of Kenjin Asura, which is the 3D.
Kenjin Ashura is all fucking Kenjin Ashura is
Kenjin
all
Ashura, yeah.
Yeah.
Kenjin Ashura is all CGI, right? I don't fuck with CGI, but the choreography in it is so fucking legit.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah, Kenjin Asura is pretty. And it's just goofy.
Yeah,
It's
the
hilarious.
plot. Yeah, the plot. It's
Yeah.
goofy as fuck. It's goofy as fuck. It's a turn your brain off plot.
Yeah.
but the choreography in it's so solid. I'll go through the CGI. Right,
That's fair.
But
That's
then
fair.
if I get animes, I can't remember what the name of it is, but it will throw. Or actually, no. Like for example, right? So like we'll use Bleach right now, right? 1,000-Year Blood War arc because they're starting to dabble in CGI, right? And they used it for like Yamamoto's Bankai.
I ain't gonna lie.
right?
They have no choice to at this point.
Right, and it's just because of the massive amount of bodies that they
Yeah.
have to do. Right, the CGI in it bothers me sometimes, not a lot, just sometimes.
Sometimes I feel it.
But I understand that they have to do it just because Bleach is known to not really doing large body fights. It's
Yeah.
normally 1-on-1, maybe 2-on-1,
O-
3-on-1.
Overlord has that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no,
when
they have
yeah.
to resort to it.
If there's more than 5 bodies and they're not like distinct characters, they have to do CGI, and I get it. Where back in the day they would kind of do like cookie cutter
But
shit.
I'm not gonna lie, their CGI. At least they didn't go full blown with the effects of CGI.
Yeah.
Thank God.
They could have. They could have. They really could. They could have saved. They could have saved a lot of money and just went CGI. Like the Yamamoto fight alone, they could have saved a lot of money if they would have used CGI. But they only used that one part for when he was bringing all them niggas back from the dead, and that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was
and
it.
I
They
thought
said,
so. I'll give them that. But like, it really just comes down to your preference,
Right.
in my opinion. You know.
I'll be honest. I haven't met much animes that I really like that's really in CGI. The only reason I really even fucked with King and Ashura is because the main character is a savage.
Oh yeah, that main character.
That's that. I'll be honest. That's the only reason that kept for me and my love for that
CJ?
show alive.
CJ, you're doing the Lord's work.
Yep.
CJ the champ, you're doing the Lord's work. And I don't know your preference on CGI animation, but he needs to be at the round table.
Who?
The main character in Kenja Nasura.
Oh yeah, Kendra.
He needs to be at the round table, and I need an episode because I need your voiceover work. That shit is hilarious.
That's fair.
I don't know if he'd give him black table, or he would, but he'd have to talk to him about when Shorty fought him on the boat.
Yeah,
when Shorty fought him on the boat, and she was like, "I want to have your babies," and he just picked Shorty up, put her down, and what? I know CJ the champ would say something about that. He'd be like, "That nigga ran away from that." He said, "It's a trap.
I would
It's a trap."
I would too. Like, bro, ain't no way.
Yeah.
You want to have my baby? All right, stand right over there.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I have fucked up brains. I wouldn't have nothing in the bar. I fucked up brains out.
You ain't gotta fight me though. You could have just asked.
Yeah, you could have just
See
asked.
the fact that you trying to fight me over it. That's a deterrent in my mind. That's a deterrent.
That's the type of crazy energy I don't need.
Right.
That's the type of crazy energy I need. Fuck your A. Hey, listen.
Okay, Yujiro. Okay, Yujiro.
Exactly.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
If there any bitches out there like that,
Okay, Yujiro.
y'all looking at me?
Man, you gonna get hit with an MMA. You gonna get hit with an MMA, but you be like, "What's good, nigga?"
Yeah. I don't give a fuck what you trying to do, bitch. What you gonna do?
I like you, and I want you. We can do this the easy way. I want to do this the hard way.
Oh, I ain't come here looking for no cruise. This is a booty boat. I came looking for booty.
Man,
She gonna hit you like that, and you gonna be like, "Woo!"
So you brought up Baki earlier.
Yep.
How caught up are you?
Finished all of season 2.
So
Or all of the Son of Ogre. I finished Pickles, bro.
So you finished Pickles.
Is my nigga.
You
I
finished
don't
Pickles.
care.
Baki's
fighting his dad.
Now.
I won't spoil it.
Nah, fuck, nah, we talking about this. Nah, because I told you before you even got to Baki's fight. I told you, I said, bruh, you're gonna see one episode and Baki's gonna do something real particular. And you're gonna know shit's about to hit the fucking.
Wait, have you read?
Did you
have
know?
You read Baki?
I have not read
This is
Baki.
the first time ever for you
Oh
seeing
my
it.
god!
Yep.
Oh my god!
Oh,
So wait,
right.
have you seen Baki the Grappler?
No, but you guys talk about it a lot.
Oh my
god,
baby.
you
gotta watch Baki
But
the Grappler.
in the anime, they explained it.
They've explained a little bit of it. They explained what happened to Baki's mom.
Yeah.
But listen, you didn't witness what happened to Baki's mom. You gotta go back. Like, and I ain't gonna lie,
They showed it. They showed the full clip from it.
No, yeah, and I saw that. I'm happy that they did that, but they didn't. This is why I put Yujiro on the Black Air Force. After he killed her, bruh. What's his name? The nigga from Yakuza, right? He whooped all their asses after just for watching.
They showed that.
They showed that.
They didn't show like him actually whooping them.
Whooping their ass.
They showed him looking at them.
Right.
And then they showed what they looked like when he was done.
Right.
Yep.
Listen,
And then
I'm
in the
telling
fucking
you,
thing, they showed it all.
you got to go back and watch Baki the Grappler to see every fight. Because here's the thing: they did show that fight where Yujiro killed Baki's mom, right? They did not show the 5 other fights where Yujiro would come in, fuck Baki up, fuck Baki's opponent up, and then leave.
They showed one of those.
Yeah, they showed one out of like the 5.
Yeah.
And then on top
he
of
was
that,
a whole problem.
bro,
He was a whole fucking menace. For no reason.
Baki is also PETA hates Baki. I want you to know that, because in Baki the Grappler, before he even got the chance to fight his father, this nigga was in the jungle, and Yujiro pretty much told him, in this jungle there is a tribe of apes. You have to beat up these apes, and that was a part of Baki's like training regimen back when he was a kid. And Baki the Grappler was he literally hit his he was on his Zoro tip. Actually, no, I'm sorry, Zoro didn't get it. It wasn't his Zoro tip. Zoro got that shit from Baki.
Not Zoro tip. Not
he went
Zoro
out.
tip.
Yeah, he went out into the fucking jungle and he fought a whole bunch of fucking apes. He manhandled a whole bunch of fucking apes, and that proved that he was at least strong enough to challenge his father. And I was like, but nah, dude, fucking
when they were in that hotel, Baki got so much credit from me because he was like, he was
applying pressure, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
His father was like, Bro, his father fucking Yujiro had me dying because he's showing all this like prim and proper shit.
Right, and this nigga Baki like, I'm actually low key proud of this nigga. I didn't know he could act like this.
Yeah.
I was like,
and then Yujiro's like, bro, who the fuck taught you how to act and civilized? And Baki hit this.
Baki was like, not you.
He was like, man, he said so. This isn't what he said, but he said something akin to, if only I had somebody to show me how to do this. Because Baki was
on his tip, bro. He did not care. He was speaking his mind.
Bro, he hit him
Baki was speaking his mind.
He hit him with the... They were having... I kid you not.
It was almost like a legit father and son moment the whole time.
It was a very wholesome episode. And at the very end, Baki hit him with the
all
question.
the tension.
Why'd you kill mom?
Why'd you kill mom? Bruh... And you know what the crazy thing is, bruh? When Yujiro said, why the fuck would you ask me that? Like, you ain't got no right. In Yujiro, like, I get it, because in Yujiro's mind, Yujiro has finally taught his son some proper fucking etiquette. Yeah. It's a nice fucking evening.
They're having a good time.
Right. They're having a good... This is literally the one good time him and his son has had.
Never had a good appetite.
But in Baki's defense, you did drop his dead mother's body on him as he laughing, and then you went to go beat up his niggas. He has every right to ask you these questions.
Every single right.
And that nigga Baki was pressing him. He was like, nah, I have a right. And he was like,
Yujiro
yoked his ass clean, bro.
I remember last episode, you said it. It was either last episode or like a few episodes ago. You said Yujiro yokes Baki up.
Baki yokes up Yujiro.
My bad. Baki yokes up Yujiro. I was like, no, the fuck he doesn't.
Yeah.
I was like, Yujiro would never do that. Would never allow that. Yujiro was like, I was like, oh, he really yoked this nigga. I'm talking.
That nigga said, I want my answers. We can do this right here, right now.
Like, let me explain to y'all. Some people will think getting pressed is getting yoked up. Like, if I just walk up to you squaring up or chest out. This nigga had his hand on
hand the collar, applying physical pressure to this nigga's body against a thing of glass. You would have got. I'm sorry. The moment Baki did that, I expected Yujiro to straight eat that nigga out the window. I thought it was nothing less. I thought nothing less. Way. I was like, Yujiro, if Yujiro is any bit of, if he is a quarter of the nigga that I've seen him be, he's gonna throw this nigga Baki out the window. And sure enough,
threw that nigga out the window.
He said, "Oh, you wanna take me for a ride? Buckle up, nigga."
Threw that nigga straight,
bruh. And then on top of that whole fight was a flex.
It really was.
This nigga Yujiro, dog. This nigga Yujiro took his son and used this nigga as human nunchucks. Bruh, this nigga. And then he beat him on the side of a car, but he didn't really beat him because Baki was dodging. He was throwing blows and grabbing shit as Yujiro was swinging this nigga, and he built this nigga a doll. Bro,
dog,
I could not deal with these niggas no more.
These niggas is crazy, dog.
Baki handed him that, and Yujiro was mad because he knew he was talking that shit. Yo. He knew it. He was like, "I'm sorry, this couldn't be any better, Dad." And he was like, "The fuck are you talking about?" And he was like, "Oh, you was just throwing me against that car. I thought I'd build you a little something." And this nigga Yujiro was like, "You ignorant ass nigga." And he just proceeded to beat the fuck out of him more. I'm surprised you didn't hear me watching that because I was in the room laughing.
Dog, I was
laughing so hard.
Laughing in the room. I was like, man.
I was like, bro.
There's only one thing he's only watching right now that we've been talking about. And that's Baki.
I was like, bro, how? And then the whole time he's using this nigga's nunchucks, he talking. He gaslighting Baki up. He like, look at my son. Look at how I'm beating this nigga against the car. Don't ever disrespect my nigga. Don't ever think my son's weak. I was like, bro, you cool. And Baki even said it. He like, you gon' break me, nigga. And I was like, dog. He was like, you're like a kid with a toy, Dad. You're gonna break me. I'm telling you. And he was like, I'ma break you now. Bro. And Baki said it was cool. I was like, dog, Y'all,
That entire
y'all cannot be this dysfunctional.
that
I mean, that's a family.
entire
That's a family moment for them. That's wholesome.
bro. That entire fight.
That whole
I-
fight.
From
mean,
the
come on.
moment when they went into the building to the moment they
They
were
busted out.
from the moment they fell out, smashed the prime minister's car, walked it off like it wasn't shit.
Right.
We are
Continued to
listen,
bang
we,
it out.
we are talking about two people that did rock paper scissors over to wash the dishes, right?
Bro, that shit had
and then Yujiro
Yo!
pressed this He said, "Nah,
Yo,
this is paper,
yeah.
boys. It's
So
He
paper."
said, he said, don't forget. There are always scissors that can't cut rock. And this nigga Baki went back to doing the dishes. He said, "Nah, that's bullshit." He said, "That's bullshit. Scissors that cut rock." I was like, bro, you have every right to be
You have
tight.
every right to be mad as hell, bro.
I'd have been
Bro.
pissed.
Bro, you know what, man? Whoever the fuck was, hey, you know what? Nah, because we brought up the comment about subbed or dubbed way back at the start of this podcast, like way back in the
Yeah.
beginning. Whoever the fuck is Baki's English dub, that nigga did such a good job.
He really did.
Because every
One
time he
person.
was trying to question Yujiro something, I could feel the panic in his
Yep.
voice. That nigga was like, "Dad, would you mind doing the dishes?" "Why the fuck am I asking, nigga? It's my house. You ate my food." I'm like, you right, Baki. That's you damn right.
You asked him that question.
Yeah, you ask it right.
Yeah.
Dad, do the fucking
Dad,
dishes.
do the dishes.
That nigga, Yujiro slammed the door. He came outside. Dad. And Yujiro stopped, turned around. He said, "You slammed my fucking door. Quit that." And Yujiro just turned around and stared at this nigga. And he was like, "Oh, I done fucked up." And Yujiro was like, "Nah, you right. My bad." And that nigga Baki was like, "Yeah, that's right." I was like, bruh, I can't deal with these niggas no more.
What you just hit.
Like, they too funny with it.
Oh man, that's all on camera too.
Yeah, what
What?
you just hit.
Oh, I heard.
Oh, you chipped your tooth?
Oh no, my chain smacked.
Oh,
me
your
in my
chain?
teeth.
Oh, damn. The ice hit him, chat.
Y'all, I want y'all to know
Ice.
this nigga, he proceeds to wear jewelry and then
injure
proceeds
himself.
to beat himself. He's been like this his whole life.
I heard good and proper.
This nigga thought
Gotta beat myself
I'ma
with all
hit
this
y'all-
ice.
I'm gonna hit y'all with a little story real quick.
Here
This-
you go. Story time.
This nigga had this yellow ash keychain that was like super stretchy, and this nigga loved to swing that bitch.
Bro, I think I remember this keychain.
What this nigga also had was he also had some holy ass shoes at one point in time, and somehow this nigga hit his big toe in his shoe and proceeded to fuck himself up.
Oh, that was my work shoes. Oh my god, I remember that. That
Dog.
shit hurted like a bitch.
Banged your big
and
toe,
fuck
all the
that
shit.
because this nigga was just laughing
Bro,
his silly
'cause
ass off.
we
and
all
I'm in
told-
pain.
We all told your
Nigga was
ass
hurt.
you was gonna hurt yourself swinging that thing like that.
To make matters worse is I was legitimately doing this.
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Fuck around, find
Yeah,
out. That's what it was.
the more you
The
fuck
more you
around,
fuck around,
the more
the
likely
more
you
you
are to find, out. Hell no. But yo, and then Pickle rolled up on the fight too.
Yeah, I saw Pickle.
Pickle, bro.
Let's talk about Pickle real
Yeah,
quick.
nah. Let's talk about Pickle.
For those of y'all that don't know Baki started off as Baki the Grappler, where it was an insane father trying to find somebody to give him a challenge.
So what does he do?
He
breeds
So he breeds himself a son. multiple sons, but he in hopes to finding one that will eventually give him a challenge. And Baki the Grappler was relatively normal. It was kind of, I would say it was a little out of the, I'm talking about with the way they fought and stuff.
Okay.
It was pretty humane. It wasn't like
Up until the
super
apes.
crazy stuff. Yeah, up until the
Up
apes.
until the apes.
Apes gave us
Up until fucking apes.
the
you know.
apes gave us a hint of what we were in store for. Then you just have regular Baki.
I ain't gonna lie. In Baki the Grappler, Baki's training regimen was up there with like Zoro's from One Piece.
Yeah,
like,
it
he
wasn't-
listen, he was putting boulders on his back, running them up hills, doing push-ups, and he was 13 at that age.
Yeah.
So he it was already some insanity.
Yeah, pretty insane, but like pretty normal.
Not morbidly insane.
Yeah, in anime,
not morbidly insane.
In anime terms, pretty tame.
Yeah.
Then you get Baki, like just regular. The next part, which was actual Baki.
Niggas is done. Yeah, niggas getting fucked up.
You had the prisoners escaping and shit. Them niggas was on crack.
Yeah.
That's just what it was. Them niggas were cracked out of their
Shout
mind.
out my nigga Doyle. Doyle was the only one that tried to change
I knew
up.
you was about to
Doyle
say
was
that.
the only one that tried. Listen, I did not fuck with Doyle for a minute. I did not fuck with Doyle. Doyle and the old white-haired nigga, I did not fuck with either of them niggas for a fat minute. But Doyle actually tried to turn his life around, but niggas did not care.
Bro,
and I 100% get
because
it.
he was villainous. That man was a straight villain.
So listen, here's the thing, right? So once he left the fucking wait.
There is a point of a level of villainy you can't come back from.
I swear to God, there is.
Once you
I
hit
swear to
that
God, there
level,
isn't,
don't
bro.
I want
let
to
it go.
explain.
Just stay a villain. Just stay a villain.
I want to explain something.
Doyle
though.
was a menace.
This is why I love Baki, though, right? Because it's the insanity, right? Because Doyle was a menace. Doyle was fight by any means. Doyle told niggas flat out, if you got to use a gun to win, do it, nigga. I don't care. Doyle was on that tip, right? After he learned a little bit of kung fu and talked to a couple of the niggas that Baki hung around, right? He realized that there was some honor in fighting. Doyle unfortunately forgot about the 50 other niggas that he did super dirty. And guess what? They didn't forget. So
Retsu was the one that fucked him up,
Yeah,
right?
Retsu fucked him up. So Retsu fucked him up heavy, kept him alive, right? Saved his life, and then Retsu was trying to show him that new life, right? And then Doyle was finna leave, but then it wasn't Retsu, it was the bald nigga.
Yeah.
It was
granted, Doyle fucked his entire. So this nigga I think it's Dopo Orochi. This nigga has an entire clan, like an entire karate, basically cult. He is a cult that is just full on karate heads.
Right.
Doyle fucked them all up.
Well, Doyle and the old nigga.
Yeah.
Doyle and the old nigga.
But Doyle did it worse.
Retsu brainwashed, bro. That's why I love Retsu.
Yeah.
Retsu brainwashed the old nigga.
He did.
And made him, or he didn't brainwash him, but he pretty much broke this nigga mentally.
Yeah, Retsu's my nigga, bro.
Yeah. But
that nigga is crazy.
But then fucking Retsu was like, yeah, homie, you're about to get on this boat. You can start on over. And then Dopo Orochi comes out. He was like, nah, nigga. No.
I didn't forget shit.
He said, you ain't getting on this boat until you waste my ass. And he was like, I'm going to be.
I want you to know, this nigga Doyle walked into Dopo Orochi's entire kung fu cult, waxed all of them in the dirtiest manner, and then set fire to the building.
Yep.
When Dopo Orochi wasn't there.
Yep.
So this nigga was like, oh, no. You don't get a good turn.
Yeah. And then after that, homie proceeded to wipe out not only his son, but the two doctors and the doctor's brother. And the doctor's brother.
Yeah.
And Stridham was about to fight this nigga.
Yeah.
And he was like, you don't want this problem. You don't want, bruh. Nah, Dopo Orochi though is that nigga.
He really is that nigga.
Because Dopo said, go ahead, use your knives. I won't even use kung fu. And this nigga Doyle was just like, nah, something's off. He's like, what's wrong, nigga? You scared?
Yeah.
Dopo baited this nigga. Dopo Orochi was talking so much heat to this nigga that Doyle just said, fuck it, I'm actually gonna fight this nigga without my blades. And this nigga Dopo Orochi used nothing but kung fu on this nigga, and he busted his ass. He said, you actually thought I was going to fight you without kung fu, nigga?
Wrong.
He said, fuck you. Bruh. I can't believe Doyle thought he was just going to get off.
I'm just going to say this.
Literally, when Retsu was like, you're going to get on this boat. I'm sorry.
No,
when
go ahead.
Retsu was like, you're going to get on this boat, I was like, we're going to let this nigga just walk away.
I was like
really? And then
Come
Dopo
on now.
came around the corner. He was like, nah. I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. I was like,
yeah, don't let this nigga walk.
There are some of them niggas that
100%
don't.
nigga moment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100% nigga moment.
Dopo was like,
Ignorant.
Right, like everyone got done dirty. The old nigga, the old white haired nigga, he got brainwashed.
He got beat.
He got
I know.
fuck up, man. We just got
I know
He got beat up, but then the brainwash for me was what did it. I was like,
Isn't he the
yeah.
one got turned into like a little dude?
Yeah, that's the
okay.
reason why I
Yeah.
like Retsu so much.
And that's the
because
thing.
that nigga, I don't even remember his name, but that old ass nigga was worse than Doyle. Because Doyle was, I'm gonna at least use like blades, and I'm gonna try to win by any means necessary.
That
This
nigga
was,
said-
this
that
nigga
nigga
set
white-
niggas on fire and shit.
Yeah,
That nigga said,
okay.
I will use anything around me.
That nigga said, I will use the dirtiest tactics at
Right.
all times. There is nothing. And my nigga Retsu, you're going, and Baki Retsu is like, he's like protagonist number 2.
Right. He's getting to it.
Yeah, he's like protagonist number 2. That nigga Retsu, I promise you, he beat. We've discussed people getting beat.
Fight back, nigga. Fight back.
Right. Retsu
Fight
just
back,
bro.
nigga.
Retsu did not care. Retsu did not care. Bro, wait, hold up.
He beat this nigga
Niggas.
he turned the years
Submission.
back.
Submission.
He beat him into a child.
So hold that. So and that he didn't even, bro. So Dobo Orochi was fighting this nigga the
Yeah.
entire time, right? Mind you, this old nigga had taken Dobo Orochi's arm.
Yup.
He had
Taking his eye.
taken his eye,
Yep.
gone to his house, and exploded. He had a bomb put in his wrist and slapped this nigga. Dobo Orochi came around the corner, and this nigga came around and fucking 5-point starred this nigga in the face and blew his whole face off and started singing in this nigga's
Yeah.
crib, bruh. Sea King Retsu did not throw a single punch. And he literally just was like, so you ain't never tasted defeat, huh? Yeah, nah, I've never lost. But you just got your ass whipped. Well, that don't mean that I lost. So I gotta kill you for you to lose. Yeah, nigga, that's not defeat. You
That's not
lost
defeat.
before. That nigga could not comprehend those words. And it retracted him to a baby.
Yep.
Not even that. Let's talk about Retsu before that nigga fuck, what's his name? We were just talking about him. Doyle. Yeah, let's talk about Retsu before Doyle.
Doyle did something to Retsu.
Nah, because he was
Doyle-
talking heavy and he was fighting dirty.
Doyle brought out that dog in Retsu.
This nigga-
Because Retsu before the Doyle fight, he was that
all about
he was
clean
that
fighting.
Yeah, he was all about that honor among fighting.
Yup.
I'm this karate prodigy. All of the
Nah,
4,000
Doyle
years of
changed quick as
karate
hell.
is on me. He fought Doyle and he was like, "Oh, some niggas just need to be put down."
Nah.
So I just
Doyle
need
changed
to.
him
I
quick
need
as
to
hell.
do you dirty.
Doyle changed Retsu and
Quick
Retsu
as hell.
changed Doyle.
Yeah.
Yep. Quick
Because-
as hell.
Bruh, Retsu was getting that book and they saw each other in the motel. And Doyle was like, damn, so I guess we really got to throw hands, huh? And Retsu was like, nigga, it's on you. And that nigga Doyle was quiet. So they walking outside now. They walking outside and he's just like, damn, so you just trying to bang this shit out now? And Retsu's like, nigga, I'm ready. What are you waiting on? And he's like, let's go get something to drink.
I was just about to bring up the bar.
And this nigga Doyle, this nigga Doyle is talking to Retsu some more, and he's like, "So we really about to do this, huh?" And this nigga Retsu was like, "Bruh, if you don't quit talking and just do it, run fucking fade." The moment this nigga Doyle puts his drink down, he looks over at Retsu. And this nigga Retsu has a candle in his hand and liquor in his mouth. And he spits it at this nigga and lights him on fire. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, so Retsu gonna get the jump on this nigga. All right, nice. And then this nigga Doyle's like, oh, bet, nigga, I'm on your ass. And then I know where you just see Retsu throw some shit. And it's 3 knives. And one of them gets it. Yeah, one of them goes in Doyle's eye. And Doyle's like, oh, what the fuck? And this nigga Retsu takes off his jacket. And it's just a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
And this nigga Doyle was on the ground. And you would have thought Retsu was trying to crucify this nigga. He was throwing them bitches like he was.
He really was.
He was.
Bruh.
Nah, he was in the Madden.
Y'all
nah,
gotta check that out.
he was in the NFL Combine, dog. He was trying to get drafted. That motherfucker was pelleting that nigga with knives. And Retsu has never fought like that in any other fight.
He's even to this day he still has a fault like that.
He said, "You
But
want to fight
he's
dirty?
More
We
than
gonna
willing
fight dirty."
to. He's more than willing to now.
Hell
Way
no, bro.
more than willing to. Way
That
more than
nigga
willing to.
Retsu is crazy.
I definitely say Baki is definitely one of the recommended animes. I
Oh, yeah,
recommend
if
to
you-
any black person that wants to get into anime.
Dog, yeah.
Anybody. I told my little brother about Baki. He loves it.
Baki is a great first anime's first person.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it lets you know how crazy anime can get.
Right. It's got the right amount of absurdity.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch Baki and you want more absurdity, the only thing I can recommend after that is JoJo.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh god, JoJo is fucking wild.
JoJo's
Yeah.
obnoxious.
Like, because I would never recommend JoJo to a first person for anime. Maybe the first season of JoJo.
I was about to say,
Yes.
I would recommend the first season.
I
First
recommend the
season,
first season.
maybe the second season. Third go, or the third part and beyond, no. Oh, no.
I say
The
one.
third is really anime. You have to really like anime too.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah,
get
any-
into that.
every-
shit.
Everything
Really get
after
into
part
that
3
shit.
is absolutely absurd.
Season 1 is beginner. Season 2 is like intermediate.
Hey, look, you get the
Season
Pillar Man.
3,
You get
you
the
got
Pillar Man. That's
yeah.
the most cringe you get.
Yeah, the pillar man.
Hey, I
yeah.
would call them cringe. They're them my niggas.
Nah, the posing is cringe. The posing is cringe.
Yes.
The posing is cringe.
To ask me
I'm
think it's
sorry.
wrong, but
It
on
is.
my other half side, I know Pillar
Hey,
Man is
listen,
cringe,
dog,
bro.
yeah.
Look, yes,
Listen.
they are. Their posing is quite cringe, but
Zio's posing in first season, right? There was a level of zestiness to it that
Yeah.
gave him a level of like menace to where it wasn't really cringe. You were just like, okay, like
This nigga's-
this is just the way I feel this nigga's presence. Once you get to the Pillar Men, though, you're like, bro, was a bitch like was the whole design room for the Pillar Men filled with women? Because that's what it is. It's female fan service. These niggas. All like hey,
the whole time.
Hey, and I
The
can
whole
appreciate
time.
the male form as much
But-
as any other nigga, but that's a little much.
But it was always to their theme, and their theme is the best
It
theme.
is the best thing.
It is the best theme in anime.
Yeah, nah. You want to feel like I'll tell you what. If you have an antagonist from Egypt, that music ain't playing, I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
I don't believe it. He said, I don't believe it at all.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's the Pillar Men.
But the whole reason we were talking about Baki,
Yeah.
that nigga Pickles.
That nigga Pickles. Oh God. Oh God.
So the absurdity of Baki goes crazy. Like every time they do another part for Baki,
they gotta find something more outlandish.
something
Way
outlandish.
more outlandish
So
every
we just
single
spoke of a lot of outlandish things that happened in the
Boy, I'm
middle.
hot.
Because you have Baki the Grappler, then you have Baki, then you have Baki,
Baki
Hanma,
Hanma.
and now you have Baki Son of Ogre. And Baki Son of Ogre, this nigga Pickles is a caveman that was around during the time of the dinosaurs.
He's a Neanderthal.
Yeah,
Neanderthal.
he's not
He's a
even.
Neanderthal.
Don't worry, we will have pictures on display for the YouTube so y'all
He
can
is
see.
a
Yeah.
primordial human, and this nigga Pickles is crazy. He was flash frozen with a T-Rex. They thought him out because they thought it would be a good idea. And this nigga proceeds to wax any and everything
That
in
comes
his
into
life.
contact with him.
Yep.
Now, mind you, we just did a lot of gushing about my nigga C King Retsu, and he got done to dirt. This nigga got done to dirt.
This nigga got put on a whole nother level of handicap.
So my nigga C King Retsu is again, he is a martial prodigy. He is the best pure kung fu.
4,000 years of kung fu
Yeah.
in this man's
Yeah.
arsenal.
He's mastered all of it. He's
Motherfucker.
the
Yep.
best there will ever be
Uh-huh.
in kung fu. And he proceeds to go fight Pickles because he wants to test his
4,000 years of kung fu against primal fighting instinct.
and this nigga gets
Got
waxed.
Folded.
Everything this nigga had.
Folded. I've
Pickles-
never been more scared
Pickles
for that
wa-
nigga
yeah,
in my life.
I thought my nigga was gonna die. I thought he was gonna die.
Dude, so here's the right. All right, so let's
I was like, y'all cannot kill the second best person. I will drop this entire show if
you-
this nigga dies.
if you haven't seen the new season of Baki. So as Ray just
This is
explained,
heavy spoilers.
this is a primal Neanderthal man, right? So going back to that time, right, in that level of the animal kingdom, right, after two alpha predators go into battle, the winner normally eats the loser, right? That's just the circle of life, right? Right? If you being a human being, right, you got a spear, you're going for the mammoth. If the mammoth kills you, yeah, Granny ain't gonna kill you. But if you kill the mammoth, bro, you're gonna eat the mammoth, right? Pickle still has that mindset.
Yes, he do.
So when he knocked out Retsu, he went to eat the nigga, and before the fight, they told Retsu, "Hey, dog,
if you
fight this nigga and you lose, because mind you, the military can't stop it. The military has used their highest level shit just to try and keep this nigga under control, and they can't, right? So they already consider him a high level threat. So they tell him, check it. If you lose, he might eat you, and we can't stop it.
Yeah, we can't stop.
Can't stop that shit.
And this nigga Retsu, straight face, yeah, okay.
This nigga, I give him confidence.
Run face.
This man,
He was so confident.
This man
He was so confident. And the moment he said, yeah, run it, I was like, Retsu's gonna die.
Yeah,
Retsu was gonna die. I was like, why would they kill him off?
Like I was like, he's the next to Baki, he's the best character.
Right, and yeah, he's one of the best, yeah.
And sometimes he's better than Baki.
Sometimes he is better than Baki.
And I'm like, you can't kill this nigga.
He is a Kaido for a reason. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I was like, y'all can't get rid of him like that. But this nigga loses basically at the end of the fight.
He loses a chunk of his neck.
He loses a chunk of his neck,
his right leg,
and his right leg.
Yep. And then after that, Dobo Orochi.
So
Orochi's kid.
Nah, let's stop.
Orochi's kid is crazy.
Let's stop. Nah,
that
Orochi's kid ain't crazy. That nigga Yujiro was talking out of pocket once again because
he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong. He was not wrong.
You can't.
I don't think he was
so,
wrong.
Yeah, he wasn't wrong.
I don't think he was wrong.
Yujiro,
but that wasn't for him to say though.
Yes, it was. That nigga needed to hear it. He was the weakest one in that room.
So for the chat, when Pickle was awoken, everyone realized the first thing all the fighters from Baki heard was that this nigga was frozen mid-fight with a T-Rex, right? Yujiro has even, and that's one of Yujiro's things, and he goes into that, is that even as a child, Yujiro always thought, what would it be like to fight a T-Rex? So he immediately is intrigued, and you know if Yujiro's intrigued, every other nigga that's remotely close to him is going to be intrigued too,
yes,
right?
He is.
So all these niggas go breaking into Pickle's like little habitat, right, to check up on Biggle.
Into a military
right?
base.
They all broke into a military installation. Mine, actually, no. Cat. Everyone broke in, but Yujiro.
Yep.
Yujiro walked up to the front gate, and there were 3 guards. And they all said, shoot on sight. No one's allowed to get in this base. Yujiro walked up to these niggas. He said, do what you gotta do, but I know you'll do what's right. 2 of the guards started fighting one another, and the other guard who had no one to fight started hitting himself as Yujiro walked past them.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Anyways, Yujiro gets inside. Everyone's in there, right? Dobo Orochi's son, right? Dobo Orochi's son is there, and he's talking about how he wants to throw hands with Pickle. This nigga Yujiro looks at him, and he's like, bro, this is why your dad don't fuck with you. This is why Baki don't fuck with you. This is why no one here fucks with you, because you are literally the weakest nigga riding off your dad's coattails. And he took that to heart because it wasn't a lie.
It wasn't a lie.
It was not a lie.
That's why I can't say Yujiro was out of pocket for that, because it wasn't a lie.
He was wild, though.
He was a joke, bro. But he
knew that. He didn't have to say it.
Even in the prisoner arc with Doyle, the white nigga,
with Doyle and all that.
The old white
He
dude.
wasn't doing nothing.
He wasn't doing shit.
He was doing nothing but talking.
Yeah.
Nothing but talking.
Hold up. Even
doing
Baki,
shit.
even Baki's friend, the sumo nigga, the gangster, the mobster.
Right.
Even that nigga was putting in work.
Right. I'll give you that.
Dobo's kid was doing nothing.
I'm just saying, that's some more wild shit coming out of Yujiro's mouth. He's not wrong. I'm just saying he's wild.
You know what it is, Bryce? Better time for another time for another place.
What?
When he said another time for
Right,
another
yeah,
place.
another time, right. You can, listen, Yujiro, tell me that when it's me and you. Don't tell me that when every nigga
everybody's
in the
there.
circle here.
Yeah, every, and I want you to know, outside of 2 niggas, every strongest nigga in the entire world was in that room.
Right. Yep.
Outside of 2 niggas that were in prison.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Although
But-
one nigga, it doesn't matter if he's in prison. He don't care.
But that changed up. See, and here's another thing, right? We're saying how it's wild, how weak he is. He's so weak that we don't even know the nigga's name.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
I don't know his name. I know him as Dobo Orochi's son. That's all I know him as. But I
you
know
know that
Baki's
nigga name.
name. That's Yujiro's son. But Baki's Baki, nigga.
Come on now.
But anyways, nah, that
I know
fucked-
all of them. I know all of their niggas' names, but his. I even after his redemption and them showing him what he is.
Right.
I know the first letter starts with a K.
Right. But see,
That is it.
But see, he winds up creating that whole new whip technique just to fight Pickle, and he decides I'm gonna fight Pickle to prove my worth. To prove my worth, I'm gonna fight this nigga. Who, mind you,
And he did better than Retsu. So I'll
But
give
better
him
than
that.
Retsu.
Here's the thing, though, right? If you go back and you watch like Baki the Grappler and everything else, like when Baki first fought Jack, right? Dobo Orochi's son was in that tournament, right? He did not get as far or fight remotely the same competition as Retsu did.
Yeah.
Right? Granted, that technique he got was really, really crucial. At the same time, that was the most Deku My Hero Academia shit I have ever seen. You are going to build a technique. You are going to build a technique that will not kill your opponent, will only mildly stop it, will temporarily stop your opponent.
It will not kill Pickles.
It won't be right.
It will kill any regular human, and it'll seriously hurt and maim all of them other niggas if they get hit with it.
Right. Check this out though. You're the weakest nigga. You are the weakest. The strongest nigga called you the weakest, and you know it so well that you created this technique, right? You created this technique. Why would you create a technique that hurts yourself?
Don't even make sense.
It don't make no sense. And then to that, right, Baki has been working on 2 techniques that relatively work around the same mindset, and the only thing Baki's had to worry about is bloodshot eyes. Mm-hmm. Once again, it goes back to Yujiro. You're trash. You are trash.
Oh yeah.
He winds up losing his arm, gives it to Pickle. Dobo Orochi was the realest nigga in that fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
He was ready to give his son up.
Because that old nigga was about to put Pickle out. First off, I don't know why the fuck they decided that now was the time to start doing that.
Dog, the moment
Now's the
Come on
time.
now. Come on now.
Retsu already lost his leg, nigga.
So-
We couldn't do it then.
So let me describe this technique. This man literally, they basically gave this man, the writers gave him a mix between Flash's Mach Punch and Deku's Smash or All Might's Smashes.
Right.
It's a punch that breaks the sound barrier, and it's just that fast.
Right.
Problem is the human
His-
flesh can't handle that.
Right.
So he's
He's got like 3 shots. He's got like 3 to 5 shots max until his arm is literally done.
He shatters his hand.
Right.
My guy.
Pickle then takes said
All of it.
hand. He takes that, and homie allows him to take it.
Doesn't get knocked out.
Yeah. Barely
Homie
gets
is
phased. Still conscious on the ground, right?
Yep.
And the old nigga in charge of the tournament's like, I'm
gonna end this.
gonna put him down. Dobo
After
gets
the first shot, and it didn't work.
right.
This nigga just was like, all right, that wasn't much. I'm gonna go to sleep on you.
Right.
This nigga, mind you, Pickles gets hit with this full face, unprotected. Gets put on his ass. Niggas think he won. Niggas think that his Dopo's kid wins. They find out that this nigga just went to sleep, and it wasn't like he got punched to sleep.
Right.
No,
the
this
nigga literally took a nap.
He just took a nap.
He was just like, oh, I'm on the ground. Oh, this is comfortable. Let me just go take a nap real quick.
Right.
Yep. Wasn't worth it.
Right.
Wasn't even worth it.
Yep.
Right. The
Now-
nigga's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But then going back to when he was unconscious, like Pickle took his arm, right? Old man was gonna try to put Pickle out. This nigga Dobo Orochi, who we know and we've seen, Dobo Orochi punches you once, he can kill you.
Oh yeah.
Not even punch. He was punching niggas with a stub before he got his hand back.
Yeah.
Before he got his hand back and all he had was a stub, he was breaking niggas' solar plexus with the stub of his forearm, right?
I want y'all to know, Yujiro Hama is the baddest nigga in the world.
Right.
There's one nigga
that can approach him and Yujiro will be like, yeah, nah, let's do what you're trying to do. And that's Dobo Orochi.
Yep.
That's it.
Nigga Yujiro knows that he could win against Dobo Orochi,
but he don't want to put in the effort.
Yeah, but he knows he's actually got to work for that fight.
Right.
And he doesn't want to do that.
Right.
So he treats him like a peer.
Look at Stridham. Look at Stridham, right? Stridham is a big nigga. Stridham is a big nigga in charge of the United States military. Yujiro.
No, he's not in charge of the United States. He's in charge of.
He's in charge of a large. Yeah.
No, he's in charge of the military. But his main goal is
to make sure that nigga
Yujiro
right?
is pleased at all means.
Yujiro forces this nigga to fight him once a year. Once a year. He said, just to make sure you never get scared of me, I want you to fight me once a year. I don't give a fuck. You got to bring knives, nukes, guns. I don't give a fuck. You got to try to fight me every fucking year. And this nigga Stridham is on it every year. And Yujiro considers it child's play. But
he doesn't do that with Dobo.
But Dobo Orochi can literally walk up to this nigga in the middle of the street and
start a regular conversation with this nigga.
And the first thing Yujiro's on is like, what you trying to get into? And Dobo's like, I'm just trying to grab a drink. You trying to grab a drink? And Yujiro's like, well, since you ain't trying to fight me, yeah, let's go grab this drink right quick.
Yep.
Right?
Swear to God.
Any other nigga, what the fuck do you want?
There's only one.
Rip. Yeah, what do you want?
There's only one other nigga I've seen Yujiro been that cool with, and that is my man, my nigga, Biscuit Oliver. And he still talks down to Biscuit.
Not even talk. He physically will put pressure on Biscuit.
Yeah, he will still.
He don't do that. He don't. I feel like that's because fucking what's his name though knows his place. Like he knows.
Yeah, Biscuit knows.
Yeah. Well, no, not Biscuit. Dobo Orochi.
Oh yeah, Dobo.
Because even when they was talking in the bar, Yujiro was like, you know where you fucked up with your son, right? And Dobo was like, yeah, I was way too soft with that nigga. And Yujiro was like, oh, well, since you, I mean,
swear to God,
hey, right? Dobo Orochi is the only nigga that 100% understands Yujiro and will 100%. I feel like Dobo is literally the only true friend that Yujiro has. Oh, like true, just blood, like we're on the same wavelength type deal. But Dobo Orochi was gonna blast that old man. He told him flat out. He said, if you don't put your guns down and let my son die with some honor, I'm gonna fuck you up. And he was like, you're gonna let your son. He was like, yeah, nigga. He knew the rules. Let my son die with some fucking honor. Don't you take this from him. I was like, hey. Yep. Hey,
I ain't gonna lie though, his son was like, yeah. That's the only thing that was like. That's the only thing that was.
I gave his son mad respect for that. Once Biscuit took his arm and he was like, "Go ahead, Biscuit, do what you got to do, bruh. Eat my ass." I was like, "Hey." At least you ain't.
Yep.
You more
you
respect.
Could have said, I don't want to die. No.
Because if it would have been me,
eaten alive. Nigga,
if it would have been me, I would have been like, bro, put one out. Put one in my brain before he eats me.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Yeah, shoot me, do something.
Shoot me, kill me first.
He can eat me, but
kill me first.
He better not. Don't eat me alive.
Like,
don't do that.
Damn.
Right. But then on top of that, bro, he tried getting involved with Yujiro and Baki. Baki had to smack that nigga. Baki was like, bro, get the fuck out of this. This is father son shit. And that nigga Biscuit, that nigga Pickle was like, oh, my bad. This nigga Biscuit was so entertained watching these niggas fight. This nigga got inspired.
Yep.
He got inspired from afar, and he was like, I gotta get on this.
You
Baki
know what's
was like,
crazy about this whole anime?
What?
It's the fact that as long as you an extremely good fighter and you ain't no bitch, you get respected.
You get
respected and treated like you're like a regular person.
Like a regular nigga.
Like, let's just say Ray was like someone that was really, really big as fuck, and he mass murder strong as hell.
Right.
And I come along, and I have some of the same thing. I get him now. Me, him, cool. You come along, regular civilian. We don't know you get fuck. We might just kill you.
Yeah.
We might just kill you. We might just kill you. And I think that's just real crazy that comes along in the psychology aspect of it.
And Yujiro, well, Yujiro brings that up though when he's fighting Baki because he goes back to the prisoners.
Yep.
Yujiro goes back and
Yep.
talking about the prisoners.
Yes,
he's like,
he
I
do.
get what they were talking about. I want to taste defeat, nigga.
Yeah.
No one understands those niggas better than I do. I was
Yep.
like, damn, like that is crazy because that whole time when them prisoners were out and Yujiro got asked about it, Yujiro told everyone flat out, if them prisoners can make it to me, bring it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring it. He said them niggas just got out of jail. They got a whole group of niggas to go through before they can make it to me. And them niggas were cleaning shop.
They were
cleaning shop.
They was trying to get to him.
They heard about Baki and they were just like, so Baki, the nigga that won the tournament? Yeah. Is that Yujiro's son? Yeah, 2 for $1, nigga. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
A lot of them was
They
thinking,
was
if we can
going
get
to Japan.
Baki, we can get on to you
Right.
doing that.
And we-
that
right.
Russian nigga.
Bro.
Russian nigga was on bumpers.
Yo,
I ain't never
the dinner
seen-
scene. Well, bro, the dinner
No,
scene
I
was
ain't
the
even
best.
talking about the dinner scene. I'm talking about the bucket scene.
The bucket scene.
When Baki after he kidnapped Baki's girl.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Baki caught him up.
Nah, hey,
Dog.
we talked about Pickle. I gotta talk about my nigga Jack. I gotta
my
talk about my
God,
nigga Jack.
Jack.
Yo, so so that Russian nigga in the what he said the call was given, right? When he was talking to that boxing nigga in the so check it, right? After he does that shit with Baki's girl, right? Homie's just
He's
taking a
taking
piss.
shower. No,
Yeah.
he's in the shower.
Was he in the shower?
Yeah, he was in the shower.
He was in the shower.
when Jack first rolled up?
No, not Jack. Baki. When Baki rolled up on the Russian nigga that kidnapped his girl.
So see, I was talking about Jack.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
talking about
okay,
Jack real
yeah.
quick.
Okay.
So homies, and that was after the shit happened with his girl, right? So homie's already down bad because Baki already got his ass.
Yeah.
So homie's already down bad, and homie sees Jack in the middle of the street.
Jack
Jack is a big nigga. Jack is also a
Big-ass
Hanma.
nigga, man.
Yeah.
Jack is also a Hanma,
Yes,
but
he is.
Jack is a steroid medical big nigga.
Yep.
He is a. I will show
I will show my dad that I am worth his time.
by taking as many medical procedures as possible to get as strong as possible.
The nigga was on the extremes.
Yeah.
Super
He
extreme.
did
The
like
nigga
those-
was on the extremes.
He did like the that leg
Yeah, leg
lengthening
extension.
thing
He broke each leg in 8 different spots
Yes, he
and
did.
extended them.
and extended
Yes,
them
he did.
half an inch
Yes.
in each spot. That is
Nigga grew 4 inches.
Niggas will tell you, and that's the crazy thing too. Niggas will tell you after one extension surgery like that, most niggas won't even do the second just because of the pain.
Man did
This
7
nigga
more.
did
This nigga
not
did
care.
7 more just to get
Mind
Just
you.
to get vertical.
just to get
Yeah,
vertical,
mind-
just to
bruh.
get a
Mind you, this
vertical.
nigga was already big. He was already like me and Bryce.
Yeah, he was already like I was about to say when he fought Baki in the tournament, he was 6'3".
Yeah.
When he fought the Russian nigga, he was 6'8".
Yep.
He was
Grew.
a 6'8" roided out monster.
Retsu didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
first glance, he was like, I feel like I know this nigga, but man, he's taller than the nigga I think he is. And then he turned around. He was like, oh shit, Jack. He was like,
Jack.
damn, nigga. He's like, you still growing? And Jack didn't say a word. He was like, But nah, bro, he sees this nigga and he's like, there's a lot of people here. Let's go somewhere. And this Russian nigga was like, bet, and I'm on that.
Yep.
And they go to this bathroom in the middle of the park. And I ain't gonna lie, Russian nigga was throwing off his grip strength because he was throwing the footsies to Jack.
He was, bro. He really was.
He was giving
I
Jack the
give you
problem
that.
for a minute.
Jack was not having that. So Jack yoked his ass down and beat him out of that bathroom. So what does this Russian nigga do? He sees a nigga in a phone booth and he thinks, oh, well, if I get in there with a civilian, Jack ain't gonna press me. Wrong. This nigga Jack got in the phone booth with him, and
Man.
these 2 big ass niggas just stood there with this nigga on the phone with his girl.
Yep.
This nigga Jack beat.
Video uploaded right there.
Right, I was about to say, yeah.
I
Check
can't
the
put-
link in the
I
description.
can't put that video.
But
Check the
But
link
nah.
in the description.
That Russian nigga was throwing knees and bows, and that nigga Jack ate all that shit, proceeded to then beat his ass in the phone booth, get out of the phone booth,
Yup.
and then get this nigga sent to the underground fight club so that this nigga could get jumped by a whole bunch of other niggas.
Don't forget the worst
And
thing.
then with Pickle.
This nigga Jack he put up the best. Other than Baki, he put up the best fight against Pickles.
The world's biggest fuck you ever. So this nigga Pickle,
that fight was going so good until one scene.
right? Until one scene. So this nigga Pickle and Jack were actually low key, like up to, like physically, they were actually matching one another early, right? And then Jack made the comment. He was like, "Hey, nigga, I heard you like biting shit." So you know what, Jack? You know what, Pickle? I think we need to have a bite off your jaw against my jaw. So
Nigga is wild. So I want y'all to know, manga and animation is both still wild.
Right.
I've seen the manga picture for that scene, and it does not do the animation.
No, it doesn't.
It is the one time. It is one of the few times where if you want to see this scene, you got to watch it.
You got to watch it.
So
that scene is crazy.
So this nigga Jack and Pickle lock teeth. This nigga Pickle proceeds.
No, fuck that. No, they were full on kissing.
Yeah, they was full on kissing.
Fuck that.
Full on kissing, dog. And this nigga Jack had momentum for like a solid 5 seconds, and then this nigga Pickle hunches over this nigga and puts Jack on his knees, and then proceeds to pick him up with his mouth.
Hulk this man,
and threw this nigga like he was a dog playing with a toy, and threw this nigga's whole mouth, jawline and all, skin and all, clean off, and then ate that shit like it was some KFC crispy chicken skin.
Yes, he sure the fuck did. Crunches, you heard the crunches and all.
And this nigga Jack hit this nigga with the worst Mike Tyson ever. He took that nigga Pickle's ear, and Pickle got tight. And I'm not gonna lie,
man was heated.
I was mad as fuck at Pickle. I was real mad. Everything that came out of Jack's mouth was on point, because Jack was like, "You want to take my mouth?" Nigga took his ear and was like, "Yeah, punk ass bitch." Threw it at him and was like, "Yeah, nigga, how you like it when someone take your shit?" And Pickle got mad. I was like, "Nigga,
you got
you've
mad.
taken legs, you've taken neck, you've taken arms,
and you not even face. You not even taking a thumb. You munching on them hoes.
Right, you are munching, nigga. You cannot be mad that this nigga took an ear and then gave it back.
At least he didn't.
At least he gave it back to you.
He didn't pocket it.
Right. So Pickle then
I would have pocketed that bitch.
Right. I would have saved it as a souvenir.
Yeah, bro. Hey, bro, I just fought this nigga. Hey, I don't got a mouth, but like, hey. But then y'all see this treasure?
Right. But then Pickle proceeds to body this nigga. Right?
Oh my god.
And Pickle's about to go finish him, right? He's about to go eat. As this nigga is walking to go eat him, this nigga hears something in his brain, and he remembers back to when he was a child and he was messing around with some bees, right? And he killed the bee and he ate it, right? But the fucking poison wound up fucking with his mouth, and ever since that fucked with his brain, right? Something in his mind told him that something was up with Jack. And mind you, Jack looked like he was out. So Pickle just backed off, right? The old man came and touched Jack. Jack subconsciously threw his middle fingers up and crushed his hands together. He was going to take his middle fingers, put them through Pickle's ears, and sever his shit. But the way he was doing it, it would have been the world's biggest fuck you, right?
Yeah.
So Jack wakes up in the hospital. Jack wakes up in the hospital the next day.
Bro,
mouth all fucked up. Nigga got neck brace on, right?
As bad as I feel for Jack.
Nah. Respect him. Jack has the most respect for that.
I know he got what Bryce is about to say. You never want to happen to you.
This nigga Pickle,
I give him the biggest much of respect for keep going.
This nigga Pickle, bruh, was just chilling out in the same spot. They hadn't even repaired where Jack got his ass beaten, right? Like the wall was still busted. Jack walk in and Pickle looks up at him, and Jack just walks up to him. He's like, "Hey, homie, my bad for not finishing that fight." Wham! And just proceeds to hit this nigga. Pickle ran out of the stadium, which at that point, Pickle considered that his home. Pickle considered that stadium his home. This nigga was running in fear, and this nigga Jack was just plug walking. He was just plug walking behind him like we're not done.
Remember that.
This nigga Pickle had to fade him solely out of the fact that Pickle was like, "Wait a minute, I'm running.
This nigga ain't about to run me out of my house.
This nigga ain't gonna run me out of my house. Get the fuck back."
Jack give all my respects for that. 100%.
Faded him a second time,
and that nigga Jack got faded the second time, and Pickle stared at this nigga. He was like, Just leave me alone and just left him. I was like,
Pickles was like, bruh. I was just like, I never had that happen to him before. He was like, all right.
Jack was the first problem that Pickle was like, I literally cannot eat this.
Hold up. Jack wakes up a third time and goes to fight Pickles again.
Yep. Again.
And I promise you, gets faded immediately. Like Pickles,
no
was like,
hesitation.
Pickles was just like,
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Right.
I don't know what to do with you now.
Please
Jack
stop.
wakes up a fourth time, gets out of the hospital to try to. Baki's like, hey, look.
Yeah, Baki literally told him, hey, dog, you've taken 3 of my turns. Knock it off.
He was like,
no, for real.
Literally told it, come walk with me real quick.
Right, come walk with me, dog.
Proceeds to talk with him about his struggles fighting Pickles.
Nah.
Then reveals what Pickles did to him on the last knockout.
Yeah.
Hung this nigga out on a flagpole to say, I'll come eat you later.
But this nigga, he King Kong'd this nigga.
Literally.
He put him on a skyscraper, yo. That
this
nigga Jack was in tears. He put him out to dry.
I'll come back for you later once I get done with
Pickle
everybody
is a chronic smoker. He smokes all the packs.
That nigga. Oh, who is that? Who is that? Hama? Not anymore.
Yeah,
Smoked.
no more.
That nigga, I feel so bad for that nigga Jack, but he, one, brought it on himself.
He did.
And 2, I'll give him mad respect.
I give him mad respect.
This
though.
nigga got folded 4 times or 3 times.
I give him mad
still
respect.
got back up ready to go
Every
again.
time. Now I really do be feeling for Jack, especially once because they start airing the Baki Yujiro fight. This nigga Jack was in his house in tears. He was like, "It should have been me." I was like, I'm sorry.
I think he's a whole bitch for that one. But
I get it though. Think about it.
I get the tears, but this man, he was crying like a bitch,
bro. But listen.
He was.
Listen,
I get it, dog. He's been
crying like a bitch.
He's been trying to do what Baki's doing right now in that fight.
Bruh.
He's been trying to do that his whole life. He thought he could beat Baki to it.
Right.
He couldn't.
But okay, here's the thing though, right? Here's the thing. That fight with Jack and Baki, that was 100. That first fight between Jack and Baki, that was 100% plot armor. I'm sorry. And Baki admitted that in the fight. Baki literally told Jack before he even hit that nigga with that guillotine. He told him, he said, "Listen, dude, the next move is it. I'm spent." He said, "If you can get out of my next move, you got it.
Yep.
It is all
right, I
yours."
remember.
After that win, Baki started going crazy with learning whole new different ways to fight.
Because he saw Jack got him.
Jack has been a street fighter. Jack is just a brawler. Jack has no martial art training. He is a all-out street brawler. That nigga fights like he's from Brooklyn. Flat out. The nigga fights with butters on and Nikes. He don't care. That's why he's never gonna fight Yujiro.
Nope.
That's why Yujiro never considered him a challenge. But I get it though. Think about it. Like Jack knew from the jump he was the second option.
Yep.
And since the beginning, Yujiro has had all of his cards put on Baki being the one person that will be able to challenge him. Jack was the backup. And Jack was given, mind you, very limited. Like Baki's mom was like financially fucking wealthy. She had the money. She had the money to put Baki through all this rigorous training at a very young age.
And that's why he chose her. Well, that and the craziness.
Yujiro just so happened to meet this Canadian bitch in the middle of the war, and he was like, "She's a little crazy." Maybe, right? He forgot to check the gene pool. Apparently, his genes weren't that fucking dominant because homie came out a skinny twig, right? Mm-hmm. Never saw his father. Mom's still alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has less baggage, less motivation.
Swear to God, bro.
So I get him being
Jack
like,
came a long way.
Yeah, he came a long way, but sad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way.
Yep.
Shit, I started picking the martial arts while you had all that power.
Yep.
Nope.
Thought doing drugs was better.
Come on now. I feel like after a certain power,
Ain't no
if I
such
get
thing
that,
as life is better than yours.
if I get that steroid out, I just start learning martial arts. Who's gonna stop me then?
He's too far gone. He can't stop.
He's
the
so into
steroids.
it. Yeah, bro. He's a big ass
If
6'8".
the moment he stops the steroids, his body will crumple.
That is true.
He's too far
That's-
gone.
He's too far gone. That is very true.
Nah, bro. That nigga fights like he made World Star. Like he is the CEO of World Star. That's literally how Jack fights.
If he didn't get bitched so much, I would want him in the black Air Force.
Nah,
still.
I can't.
But he gets bitched too much.
He gets
Yeah, he gets
way
bitched
too
way
much.
too much.
Way
Too much.
But I
Speaking
love how
of,
this nigga fights.
Pickles is now in there, by the way.
Pickles is in there.
Pickles is in there.
Yeah, not even no
100.
question.
What tier?
Nigga, I'm giving him. I want to put him at 3.
Nah, I can't put him.
Look,
at
I want to
can't.
put him at 3 only because
I'll
he's
put him
just
at 2.
savage. But I'll put him in 2.
Yeah,
put him
oh,
in
yeah,
two.
he-
I'll
he
put him. He's
easily
an
hit
easy 2. Easy 2.
He's easy 2.
Easy
Yeah,
2.
I'll put him in
There's
easy 2.
room for him to grow into
Oh
3.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
And they're gonna keep him around. They're gonna keep him
you
around.
can't not to, simply because of what he did to my isekai god Truck Coon.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Truck Coon got
I knew
reevaluated,
it was
dog.
gonna happen, right?
Truck
I
Coon
swear
was
to
like,
God.
I need to quit taking these bitches to Issei guys.
This
Hey,
nigga said Truck
CJ,
Coon.
I respect you for that. You had me dying for that one,
Took that bitch straight, yo.
dog. I watched that scene when I
Yeah.
first saw the scene. So every isekai fan knows the
Who
trope,
Truck Coon
knows that
is.
our Lord and Savior Truck Coon.
Truck Coon, Train Senpai.
Coon.
Yep, he will send you to another world. You just got to go out in front of him. Don't do that. We in the real world. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
But Truck Coon, he ain't
It's not
never-
even
he ain't
Isekais
never
no
taken
more.
it out.
It ain't even
It ain't
Isekais
even
no
isekai
more.
no more.
Truck Coon could turn you into a curse. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yep.
Facts.
Jujutsu Kaisen, dog.
Facts.
Yep.
You could become the strongest curse on the planet.
Truck Coon has never lost, ever.
Until.
He's always he's
Until Pickle.
undefeated. He tried to fight Pickles.
Pickle was not having it.
Pickles destroyed the fuck out of him.
Pickles wasn't having that shit.
Pickle said, "I saw the Zombie Girl Saga, nigga. You ain't." hitting
Pickles
me
was
with
like,
that."
I've already been isekai. Stop.
Stop. Right. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
been. Right. Yeah, Pickle. Man, could you imagine? Man.
No.
That's some real Futurama shit right there. I felt so bad for Pickle. I was like, that nigga's probably tripping balls right now.
Oh, he
Like, bro,
had
what
to have
the
been.
Fuck.
You talking about man that just got done was in mid fight with a
Mid fight with a T-Rex, wake up with a TV on. I'm like, the fuck?
This nigga probably oh man, he probably killed so many people when he woke up. So many people, so many people. The numbers is probably big as hell.
The one
Did you
nigga
watch
who woke him up, I was
I
waiting for
only
him
read it.
to die.
I'm just speaking like outside, like more, like he
the stuff
probably
they
killed a
didn't
lot
show?
more
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
they didn't show.
The nigga who woke
when he
him up, I
fought
was
the military, when he fought the military, some nigga
Yeah.
died.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Some
That's what I
motherfuckers
know.
died.
That's what I
They
know.
just didn't show it,
They
but
just
some of them
didn't show
niggas
it.
died.
I know the nigga in that robot was shitting bricks.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
shit.
I would retire.
He grabbed that nigga.
yeah, I was just
he
like,
grabbed
fuck that, I'll retire.
He grabbed that nigga Pickle by the throat, and that nigga Pickle bopped the glass and busted it. And that nigga said, "Oh, oh, oh, oh!" And then Pickle literally just picked him up and was like, "We gonna sit you down real quick." I was like, "Yeah," and they put a brother in there too. I was like, "Oh, dog, you gonna have
What's-
the worst
you
story
know
for your
what's
homies."
good about Pickle's characteristic that I like so much?
He's so
that-
innocent.
Yeah, bro. I was just
My
but
guy.
he has a legit like animal instinct
'cause he
built
don't know
into
what's
him. He
going
don't know
on,
what's going
yeah.
on. The
He's a
fact that he
Neanderthal.
didn't kill that dude off rip, he was like, "Oh, you're not attacking me,
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're
He's like, oh,
obviously
You just trying to
afraid."
play, yeah. You just trying to play around.
Yeah, this man is so innocent. I'm just like, I hope these niggas don't corrupt you, but I know they're going,
They're going
to.
to. I hope the guy don't somehow teach you martial arts. We don't need that. We don't
Oh,
need that.
he's already learned.
I see that.
He learned a few moves.
I think that's
we know
where-
he don't
yeah.
need to learn them all.
You're already taught, bro. Dog. Yo, so
He
see,
don't need to
that's
learn
the
no
problem.
more.
That's the problem. See, with the moment Yujiro hit
And
Pickle
Pickle
with
with
that
that-
little reverse thing, and it went to Pickle sleeping, and they were like, Pickle sat up all night thinking about that. I was like,
Yep.
y'all niggas are creating such a problem.
Yeah.
Such a problem because
Yeah.
Baki can just deal with this nigga.
Yeah.
He can just deal with this nigga, bro.
Oh.
Give this nigga 10 years.
Speaking of Baki dealing with Pickles, are we gonna talk about Baki's biggest sell
With what?
against Pickle? He had Pickles.
Against Pickles?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nigga
he
Baki
had
had
him.
Pickles.
Yeah, he had him.
him.
He had Pickles.
Had him to Pickles didn't know what Pickles actually thought he was gonna lose.
Yeah.
And then Baki was like, "Hey, bet, let's just stand here and see who could tank more hits."
That's how Baki is.
That's how Baki is. Though.
I understand that.
Look at Biscuit.
That's exactly how Baki is.
I fully understand that.
He has to be that way for his dad. Fuck all that. He has to be that way.
Right.
But
It's
hold
the
up.
mindset behind it.
I get this, but hold up. My nigga. This
Why would you risk that?
this nigga has
you have him.
you have this nigga is proven he will eat you.
It's some Goku shit. That's exactly
Yeah.
what it is. It's some
That's
Goku
not some
shit.
Goku. That's
This
some
nigga-
Vegeta shit.
No, that's straight Goku. Vegeta would Vegeta. Hold up.
He's
Hold up.
about to say would never. He's about to say would never. You got
Vegeta would
offended.
never just sit there if he's
And take it.
if he fully had you like Baki had him.
He would talk mad shit.
He would talk mad shit, but he wouldn't sit there and get to a punch out with you.
Cell?
If you tried
Is that what you were about to say?
Cell.
Cell.
Hold up.
Cell.
Cell had another power.
All that.
Cell had a whole nother level.
Pickle was
Pickle was beat.
Pickle was already maxed out.
Pickle was
Pickle
beat.
couldn't go any further.
Oh.
Cell saved himself because Cell said,
Cell
"You are
had
lucky as
something.
fuck." He said, "You are lucky as fuck that I don't have 18 because I would wash you."
Pickles
and
was
Vegeta
maxed
was
out.
like, "Oh, word, nigga,
And
go
I
get her."
feel
Then.
like in the same stance.
Pickles, Vegeta. That's like hold up. That's like Vegeta. And let's take the Cell arc. Just that Cell fight. That's like him saying, "All right, I got this. You can't do anything to stop me. Let me just get into a punching match with you right now."
to be honest, though,
Vegeta did have that though. What are you
To be
talking? He
honest,
was stronger
though,
than
no, yeah.
Cell.
Vegeta
he was
has-
100% stronger.
But
so
Cell wasn't maxed out, and Vegeta knew Cell wasn't maxed out.
in Tone's defense,
Pickles was maxed out. Pickles couldn't do anything
I
else.
understand the
Right.
comparison you're making,
Right.
but you also compared it with Goku, and Goku,
Because
that's
Goku does
the
it
same
all
thing.
the time.
But that's still the same comparison with Vegeta.
here's the
Vegeta
thing, though,
did it-
right?
All right, you
Vegeta
can't,
did it one time,
and that's cool.
when a nigga had the
You
power to
can't-
go up.
That's still the same comparison, though. It's
Nope.
still the same
Nope.
comparison. You just don't want to admit it.
Nope.
That's just him don't want to admit it.
So
That's all.
I was gonna
that's
say
being biased.
I was gonna say that in your defense, I think of it more as toward like Vegeta fighting his brother, like when he fought his brother because Vegeta knew that he had him beat. Vegeta knew that he had him beat, right? And homie didn't have another form, so he just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna bang all out." Where
That is something
right
that is
where
I can
where
take 100%.
where it was the same thing.
100% I can
Baki
take
knew
that.
he had him, and he
I
was just
can
like, "Fuck
take
it,
that
wherever."
argument.
Where with
The other
where with
argument,
Cell,
no. This one,
where with
absolutely.
Cell, Vegeta knew he had him beat, and Cell was just like, "Nigga, I got to form stronger, so you just lucky." And
Right.
Vegeta, being a prideful idiot, he was just like,
I
"Oh, okay,
completely forgot
nigga,
about that
go
one.
do
Yeah,
it."
you're right.
Pickle had nothing else.
Yeah, you're
Pickle,
right. Okay.
Pickle was
Yeah, that
literally
makes sense.
like,
That
Pickle
makes
was
sense.
like, "Yeah, this is it." Where the
That makes
Vegeta fight
sense.
with his brother, you feel
That
me?
makes sense. No,
That's
I
a little
get it.
bit.
I get it.
So
I
in
get
that
it.
aspect,
That
I get
aspect,
it.
I
But
get
to
it.
Ray's point, I understand why he says Goku, because Goku, it don't matter. That nigga will have the fight. He will have the fight, and Goku 90% of the time will be like, "Nah, fuck it. Let's just do some other shit. Let's just bang out." Like I'm gonna like on some fucking M Bison shit. I'm gonna fight you at your weakest level.
At the same time,
He did it
I
with
don't
Frieza?
see. I didn't
Yep.
see. You don't.
He did it
really
with Cell. With,
Yep.
We
Yeah,
did
he
it with
did.
Cell.
Yeah.
Did it with Frieza, did it with Cell,
Boo.
did it with Boo.
He did it with. He did it in Super during the Tournament of Power.
With
He
who?
did
I
it.
can't remember who that one was.
That was the one with it. He didn't do it with Jiren, but
The
he
wolf
did,
niggas?
Yeah, the wolf
niggas.
He did it
Wolf
with the wolf
niggas.
niggas.
Wolf
He
niggas.
could have pocketed those niggas in a matter of seconds,
Yeah.
and this nigga Goku was like, "I'm just gonna base form it out."
Yeah, he did it with the wolf niggas.
Even Roshi said,
did-
"Dog,
my
he
bad.
could at least
Hold
go
up.
Super
He did
Saiyan
it
and bust them down."
Now that I'm thinking about it, he did it,
did it
every
every
arc
arc.
in Super.
He did it every
Yeah.
arc.
Every arc. Every
did it
arc
every
he
arc.
does it.
Like I don't
Vegeta
want to go
did it
Super
one
Saiyan
time.
God.
That
Right.
Or
I
twice.
get Goku saying I don't want to go Super Saiyan God because it's gonna deplete my strength and I gotta be in this for the long haul. With that being said though, you going base Goku for 80 to 70% of the fight, you're gonna get your
going.
ass whipped, dog.
Especially
You're
when
gonna
them
get
wolf
hurt.
niggas. Especially when them wolf niggas were throwing the hands.
You
joking
can
at.
I was just about to say, them bitches, they was really throwing
You've
bitches, bro.
already proven in the Cell Saga you can maintain Super Saiyan 1 without any physical without any physical barrier or any physical pull on you. So at least run Super Saiyan 1, if not Kaioken. Don't
By
run
this-
just
with-
base.
By
With
this
that-
time, you should be able to do Super Saiyan
With
2
that,
with no
I
problem.
guess with
Right.
that being said, that since Baki did do that, do y'all, because me and you have read
Right.
a lot of the manga,
Right.
and you watched a lot of the anime so
Yeah.
far. Do y'all think that Baki will continue to be like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I
Yes.
think that
Because
this is going to
I
be
think
Baki's
this is the
vice.
first time of me
This is-
reading it and
this-
seeing him doing
This
that.
is the worst time. This is the worst time he's done it. But he's done it.
But it's
he's
not the
done-
first.
It's not the
No,
first.
this is
no,
the first time he's taken an L because of it.
This
Yeah.
the worst one.
This is the first time he's taken an L from
because
it.
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
But he's done it before.
Yeah.
And
He's
he's gotten
becoming-
away with it.
Here's
Because
the-
he says it in the anime, this is a bad habit.
Yeah, he's becoming like his father.
Yeah.
He's becoming like his father, where he wants to see what other people can do. Baki is at the learning, and that's honestly why I like Baki, because Yujiro,
Right.
right?
Max. He's
Yep.
already at the
Yujiro
end
is
game.
max, and yet we don't know everything he knows. And when we
Facts.
think we know everything
There's
he
a
knows,
lot
he hits
more.
us with some new shit
Yes.
we've never seen before, right?
Baki is getting there.
Baki is at this tame point. Baki is at the point where he's tame. He knows that he's strong. He knows that the only person that can challenge him remotely in his pool of niggas that he knows the only person really on consistency is his dad.
Yeah, I think Dopo.
Right.
I think
Dopo can.
I think Dopo could beat him.
Dopo would wash Baki.
Yes, I think
Okay,
Dopo would
That
watch
I
him.
is,
feel like,
but
yeah.
see, here's the thing, though, right? Baki has never challenged Dopo. Baki has never said some wild shit to Dopo. He has always
Never.
treated Dopo
Not
with
even in the
respect.
manga either.
Right? The only person he talks though to in Dopey's like really close circle is his son. Dopo's son is going to be what Dopo Orochi is to Yujiro.
Yeah.
You cannot
Yeah.
because even when his
They're
son lost
already
his
showing
arm,
him.
even when his son
Baki
lost his
showed
arm,
up to him.
Baki went to go check on him, and this Dopo's son was still perfecting the move, and he did.
Yep.
And he perfected it. He was like, now that I only have one arm, it's a lot easier for me to do it. And Baki was like, damn, nigga, that's crazy. He was like, so you're still going to keep doing this? And his son was like, yeah. And Baki was like, hey, respect. I was
Exactly.
like, yeah. So, but see, I think they clued to that when Baki went to the hospital and they scanned his brain because his brain's starting to look like a demon.
Yep.
Right? And like you said, Baki made the comment. He was like, "This is a real bad habit. I gotta quit doing this. That's
he's
gonna
not.
be his habit.
Yeah,
he's
he's
not
gonna.
gonna
I
do
want to
it.
take it all the way, just like Yujiro.
Yep.
A lot
Yeah.
of Yujiro's personalities and little quirks,
Just-
even in the manga, you can start seeing
I
similarities
was
with
about
the
to say,
Baki. 100%.
you guys saw it when them niggas was
Baki
trying to
is
start.
the yin to his yang.
Yeah.
When them niggas
It's
was
balanced.
trying to start some shit with Baki and the these are just some regular ass thugs.
Right.
They were getting ready to start some shit with him in the hallway. Niggas hair flew up like Yujiro's. He was getting ready.
Yeah,
He was getting ready to
Peep
go.
that.
Yeah, I peeped it. I
Dog,
peeped it.
he was
His
getting ready to.
Yeah, Baki's mannerisms are starting to pick up a lot like his dad's. But the thing is where Yujiro's presence emits fear. In the anime, they've brought that up where Yujiro's just
literally
walking
emits
down
fear.
the road, and they'll be like, yeah, when a gazelle just rolls up on a cheetah and it stops out of the pure fucking fear because it knows it can't, and Yujiro's just walking down the fucking road, and all these random peoples are just shook, and the only nigga that can walk is dope. It's like hockey. Real shit
Yeah.
from One Piece.
Yeah.
But nah, dude, I'm
I
telling
agree
you,
with
it's
that one.
gonna.
That's a very valid.
Yeah,
That's very
it's,
valid.
It's
very
exactly
valid.
it's exactly
Very
like
valid.
hockey, where
Exactly.
Baki. I don't know if you peep. Baki's tone doesn't emit fear,
No.
but the shit he says.
Emits fear. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey.
Some shit he say gets my. I'll be like,
Nah,
I'll be
I ain't
like,
gonna lie. If a
if a nigga says
17-year-old
shit-
buff nigga came to 27 grown ass military trained Bryce and said some of the shit Baki said, I'd be like,
yeah.
Like, excuse.
so you stack bodies, huh? You know what, my nigga? I'm gonna take your word.
Exactly.
I'ma take your
bro.
word,
You
dog.
got it.
I'ma
You
take
got
your
hey,
word.
Hey, you want something to eat?
And then on top, right, and then, bruh, when all them niggas tried ganging up on him and they all had weapons, bruh, that nigga had one of them little things. He was like, "You still playing with toys?"
Like what?
Nah, the one criminal that broke out, the nigga with the slap technique.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Baki. Baki just got done getting some pussy too. That's really what was fun. That nigga got some pussy.
Wasn't that right after he fucked his girlfriend?
Baki
Yes.
fucked
Yeah,
his
it
bitch
was
for
right.
days.
So
For days.
For days.
He
My
fuck-
nigga was
that
refreshed.
That nigga
Hold
did
up.
not leave the house
Hold
for
up.
3 days.
It's so bad. He fucked her so good that we're now
2 seasons in.
We're 2
and
seasons away.
And she's coming back.
She's coming. Mind you,
We ain't seen her since.
We ain't seen her since he fucked her.
Yeah, bro.
We thought he just hit it and quit.
Yeah,
And now she's back. When she came through in the fight, I was like, yo, thank God you brought this bitch back.
Dog, when she showed up to like walk to school together, I was like, and she had like that little attitude because he'd been away for so long.
Yo.
I was like, bro, you still here?
She was talking mad shit. She was like, yeah, no, you was probably just fucking other bitches having fun, wasn't you? He was like, yeah, I was having fun. And she was mad. She was mad as fuck. I was like, yo, this nigga Baki has no chill.
Mind you.
No chance. I mean, he was having fun.
Yeah, he was having fun. Yeah, he
this
wasn't fucking
nigga-
no bitches, but he was having fun.
From the moment he fought, from the moment he got injured and had to do that whole recovery arc.
Yep.
Because she was with him for all of that.
Never saw her again.
After that point,
When he went to
mind
jail,
you,
all that shit.
yeah, mind you, he's done fought in this tournament. She's done fought in this tournament. She's done like Muhammad Ali. She's done some shit with not like sexual shit, but she done like they had like a whole arc with Muhammad Ali's son.
Yeah,
dating
dating arc,
arc.
where she was thinking about dating this
Yeah,
nigga, and she was
thinking
like,
about
nah,
dating.
I love Baki.
the BBC ain't enough. Baki's more of a man than you are.
Yep. And
Which
then,
she wasn't wrong, bro.
She wasn't wrong.
Muhammad's son looked like a bitch.
Yeah.
Looked like a whole
They
bitch.
I
Muhammad's
kind of
son
can't wait
wrong.
for
They
it.
bitch that nigga out.
Don't tell me if he comes back.
I'm not.
Because
I won't tell you.
I want
won't
him
say
to come
nothing.
back.
I won't say
ain't
nothing.
gonna say shit.
That nigga's a whole bitch, though.
He is a whole
But nah,
bitch.
dog. Yo, nah, you want to know something crazy, though? Now I'm
is a
thinking
whole
about it.
bitch.
Oh,
That
mind you,
whole
yeah.
time Baki was in prison, baby girl ain't never write him. Ain't never write him once. Ain't that nigga was in the
I mean,
clique
think
for a
about
grip.
it though. Think about it, dude. How would
Your
she know he's-
boyfriend-
How would the fuck would she
Hold
know
up,
he's in
mind you,
prison?
he was in an American prison, so they might not have been able
Baki
to.
kidnapped the president of the United States.
She looks ditzy.
I don't think he was allowed to receive mail. I'll be honest with you.
Alright, so I ain't
That's
gonna
my
lie.
only. That's my only thing I can say. That she looks ditzy,
I ain't
bro.
gonna say she's ditzy.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I
go
am gonna
ditzy.
say the bitch is brave because,
dog.
bro,
She is
the
brave.
shit she, bro.
She is brave.
Listen, that one Yakuza nigga was wrong for the shit he said to her in front of Baki because he told her flat out, and Baki just got done smashing this bitch.
Yup.
He just got done, and he was like, bro, I got a brothel of bitches that are a million times better than this hoe if you want. And Baki was like, hey, dog. And this nigga was like, oh, my bad. We can't talk about that while she here. And mind you, this nigga has killed people.
Yep.
This bitch walked up and hit him with the most pussy ass calf kick. She was like, "You just can talk about me," like, and this nigga was not phased. He was literally looking at her like
He looked. He looked at
Baki and him were
Like-
both looking at this bitch like, "Are you crazy?"
I remember they
I
locked
remember
eyes.
that.
'Cause after that,
I
they
remember
locked
that.
eyes. And this nigga was like, all right, I guess I can't punish you for this.
Nah, Baki grabbed her and was like, "Bitch, what are you doing? He will kill you." And she was like, "Nah, fuck that." And Baki was just shut. He was like, "Oh, she really don't care. She okay."
They rubbed off, nigga. What'd you expect?
Just like his mama.
Man,
That
they
shit
rubbed
crazy.
off. That shit crazy.
And then on top of that, here's another thing, right? While Baki was fighting Yujiro, you got the audacity, mind you, Dobo Orochi was just watching, right? Dobo Orochi, who is the only nigga that can remotely challenge him, Yujiro, that nigga was watching, right? That bitch came out of the open to tell them to knock it off. I was waiting for Yujiro
know what?
to beat the brakes off this bitch.
That's almost the same moment when Bulma spacked Beerus.
Right, like what?
Oh, straight up.
That is almost
Straight
that's
up.
literally the exact same moment. That's I ain't gonna lie, when that happened, it was like a flashback that happened. Smack. I was
right.
like, oh no, she about to get fucked up.
Right,
Oh,
right. When she
no.
walked out and was like,
Oh,
"You need to
no.
knock this off. This is pointless." As Baki was talking, if you look back at Yujiro's eyes were blacked out. I was like, Yujiro's gonna kill her.
Yep.
Yujiro is gonna hit
gonna
her
kill
with
her.
the same shit he hit Baki's mom with and be like,
You can
restart.
see he thought about it.
Yeah, he was literally sitting there like, Baki, you better control this bitch right now.
He's like,
Yeah,
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
I do it
Before I do. Right, I'll do it again. And there's a whole bunch more people for me to beat after I'm done, too.
Hey, he look, and he'll drop her. I'll drop her right on you again,
Okay, it's gonna happen.
and you
right
can't stop
again.
me.
Yujiro drop her right on him. Look at Dobo Orochi, be like, sorry, my nigga, you wasn't in the last one.
Wasn't in the last one, but now
gotta
you
be in this
you
one.
we gotta fight now.
We
gotta fight now.
I really didn't want to do this, to be honest. If
But
anything,
God
you're making
damn.
this worse for me.
God damn it, Orochi. God, why you got to be here?
Fuck you, Dobo.
I can see him saying that in his
I'm gonna
head
take
the
your
whole
other
time.
arm. I'm gonna take your other arm. I'm gonna take your son's other arm too. Bunch of fucking stumps. Hell nah, bro. Nah, Baki's just
where's
wild.
the time at?
Well, about a minute. Or a minute. We're about
A
an hour.
minute? Jesus.
Dog, if we were at a minute, that'd be crazy.
I'd leave.
Yo, my eyes like a minute.
No, we're about an hour 30.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I say we've been talking about Baki crazy.
Dog, it's
Crazy.
crazy.
It's wild. It is wild.
It is wild. It is very, very wild.
What else been on your minds?
I was gonna say that. I was like, you brought up hockey earlier. Granted, One Piece ain't got that far, but that live action, yeah. Look, I know you the big One Piece fan. This is all I'm gonna say. It's the biggest thing in anime right now as we're recording this. We've actually gotten our first good live action, and
That's cap. That's cap. It ain't the first good one.
First good mainstream one.
I'll give you that.
What's the first good one? Before we go on, what's the other good one?
Rurouni Kenshin. I'm sorry.
Oh, man,
The live-
it's so good. I don't
the
even want
live-
to put it in its own category.
I'm sorry.
bro.
Right. You can't.
It's so
listen,
good, bro.
If
I'll
you
be
think.
honest, I'm sorry
Chad-
to cut you off. Ray.
Y'all
Chad,
good. Y'all good.
yeah, I'm
Really,
sorry.
Kenshin is so
I'm
damn
sorry.
good, bro.
I'm sorry, Chet. I've said it
Go
a million
ahead.
times. I've said it a million times. If you think One Piece live action is good and you haven't seen Rurouni Kenshin, what the fuck are you doing? Go watch. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. All three of them are on
Kenshin
Netflix.
is
Go
so
watch
good.
it.
It is so
The remake,
yes.
so good.
So
the live
good.
adaptation, so
So
good.
good.
Compared to One Piece, a million times better.
million times
and I know
better.
a lot of niggas are gonna be in the chat. Nah, bro, One Piece live action, dude. Listen, I have seen it all. I'm up to. Fuck you, nigga. I'm up to date. I'm up to date on One Piece. You can't give me no bombastic side eye, nigga, until you catch up. Flat out. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I understand. Listen. With the One Piece live action, you have to replace a lot of things.
You do.
That are not in the show. As someone who has watched the entire show,
It's more like
That
it's more like they're trimming down.
Right.
And as I've
and they
watched,
have to do it.
they
have to do it.
I will say this: the live action got me to watch the anime, and as I'm watching the anime, I understand some of the decisions.
Yes,
Like the syrup village arc where they will
Yeah.
first get introduced to Usopp. That bitch is thick. That entire arc.
Hold up, you ain't
thick.
talking about the blob.
No. I'm talking about the arc.
Okay.
That arc is
It's thick.
long.
It's a thick
as
arc.
That's a
fuck
thick arc.
for
That's a thick
no
arc.
reason.
Right.
Like, I'll be honest. I'm like, bruh. Like, do y'all have filler inside of this arc? Like, this
No, it's a
arc
big
is-
arc.
that
It's just a
arc
big
is
arc.
It's a big arc.
crazy.
No filler. I mean,
That-
was there filler in that arc? I can't
No,
remember.
there was no filler.
No filler.
It's
Okay.
just
No,
that
straight.
That was
That's straight.
here's Usopp. Understand where Usopp comes from and why Usopp is the way he is.
Yeah.
This is what's going on. Can we get Usopp? The problems with getting Usopp. We've gotten Usopp. Let's leave.
Oh my god, that was such a long one.
That was a very
Dog,
long
it's
arc.
like 10
You know what?
episodes.
You know the reason why I didn't
the only
really
blow
pay
up that
attention to
nigga's
it
gotten was the time
It was
skip.
it was
Yeah,
10,
it's-
10, 11 episodes. The
It's
reason I
like
didn't pay attention
it's
to it
like
'cause
10, 11
I was-
episodes, and it's dog.
Right. I get it.
It's
Yeah, you
almost
have to-
dragged. It brought me back. I was getting PTSD flashbacks to like the Frieza fight, that entire Namek arc.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, this arc is huge for no reason.
Right.
So I understand why, like in the live action, they trimmed a lot of it down because you can make an entire 6-episode thing on just the syrup arc, on just that arc.
Let me put it to you like this. In the terms of I love One Piece. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that if they continued it,
They
would
are.
not be right.
Season
See,
2 confirmed.
Right. See, here's the thing, right? Crocodile, bet. You bet. Listen, you
Season
already
2
fucked
confirmed.
up with Arlong.
Look.
Nah, listen, Arlong was trash.
It
Arlong Park was
Look.
fucking trash. If you fuck up Crocodile, dog, I'm telling you, I am done. I am 100.
They did
This
fuck
is
up.
your last chance.
Here's the thing.
Number
Arlong
3,
Park was bad.
or not number 3, Mr. Sunday, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
The Zorro
Sunday.
fight.
Yeah.
The Zorro
Look.
fight with Mr. Sunday. Fuck, dog.
Here's all I'm gonna say. Arlong Park was bad. My expectations for live action adaptations, especially when it comes to non-human characters, are so bad. I'll take what I can get.
Right.
This, I expected Arlong, because I've seen bits and pieces of One Piece before going into the live action. So I knew of Arlong Park. I didn't know everything about it. I didn't know the
Right.
things they would change. I kind of liked it. They kind of tied it in a little easier. But I knew that last fight scene was going to be bad.
I'll be honest.
But it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It wasn't as bad.
It kind of reminded me as a more... It kind of like reminded me as... It's always what I wanted from Power Rangers.
Okay.
I got you, Bryce. Give them another year. I feel like if they had got one more year under their belt, they would have enough money and budget for that CGI to take process for them to do Arlong.
Well, that's the thing, is they didn't use CGI
I
for
know,
Arlong.
but CGI itself costs a lot
Yeah.
when you're doing stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
It costs a lot. And
I
me getting
understand
into the stuff like that,
Yeah.
I personally know, man, it costs a lot. That's why when we was talking about it before, that's why I feel like they should have waited at least 1 more year to 2 more years before they pushed this out.
They pushed
But
it. Yeah.
Netflix wasn't gonna let them do
Yeah,
that.
I know, 'cause Netflix some bitches. I say it right now.
Well, here's the thing. It worked. It worked
It
out.
worked out,
because
but-
now Netflix is hopefully going to give them the money to do it correctly.
Here's another thing, though.
If they, do, I promise you, Netflix, if you do not give them the money, I promise you, the One Piece fans are going to turn on you.
100%.
Because while the Arlong arc was acceptable, that's only because we've
This
gotten
nigga,
dog shit.
He's like, it's not acceptable.
Look, to some of us it's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
But
I'm
because-
saying it's not acceptable.
Fuck around and find out.
Because we've gotten dog shit every single live action we've ever gotten. And this just was, mind
Almost-
you, I'm saying
almost
this is an
dog shit.
upgraded Power Rangers. It was an upgraded Power Rangers fight.
I'm
That's
telling
not
y'all.
good. That's not good.
That's not good at all.
Telling y'all, if they fuck up
If
the
y'all
crocodile
continue
fight,
at that pace, if you continue at the level of live action season 1,
Right.
you're gonna fall off. And you're gonna fall off
You're
hard.
gonna fall off hard.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say two things real quick. To the crocodile comment, Crocodile's ability is that he manipulates sand, dog. Spider-Man 2 came out in like what? 2008,
2008.
2008,
2006, 2007. 2007.
So somewhere around
If-
that time.
If Crocodile is worse than Sandman,
And Sandman
I-
CGI was pretty good.
I promise you, the One Piece community will have a fucking field day. Second
Yes.
statement, and I know this for a fucking fact. A lot of the people who watch the live adaptation, I'm telling you this right now, most of them niggas have actually never seen One Piece.
No.
And
Yeah.
I'm just picking up on that, and Netflix, I was smart on y'all, because a lot of people want to get into One Piece with all the fucking hype behind it right now. And
The live action is a
it's
perfect
a
way to
really,
get it good.
It's a really good way to shorten up the pace. I'll tell you that. But to all you people out there that are probably in the chat right now talking about, man, the live action so fucking good, blah 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 blah. If you ain't watched the anime, shut up. Shut up. Stop it.
And
Stop
I
it.
will say, I prefer
And it's not-
I
and
prefer
it's-
the anime over the live action,
And I've said it.
even with its problems.
And I've said it. I don't recommend One Piece as a first watcher anime.
I don't like none of it altogether.
I don't recommend it just because it's a very deep anime, but I'm telling y'all, you see the hype that's behind it now. It was a big 3 for a reason.
It was.
It started out in the early 2000s. It was a
was.
shonen anime. You're
you-
gonna get shonen shit.
You know
until,
what's
like,
crazy? I'm glad
2012.
my statement of the show has never changed because even when I was young, I still didn't like the show.
And that's
And
and
it's-
I understand.
I only watch it and only watch the live action to keep update of what's going on because with what we do.
You want to know something crazy?
But goddamn, it's just not in me.
here's what I
You
will
want to know
say.
something crazy? As for when I was a kid, for the big 3, One Piece was actually on. It was the lower
Yeah, it was
one,
the
in my
bottom.
opinion. Yeah,
'Cause you
for
had-
me
you
it
had
went
Naruto,
Naruto,
Bleach,
Bleach, and then
and
One Piece.
yeah.
Yeah, and then One Piece. And then the only reason that One Piece, in my opinion, did better was because Bleach stopped.
Yeah.
Right? And One Piece kept going.
One
and
Piece kept
and,
going.
Yep, and One Piece
That
kept
makes
going. And
total
I was
sense.
like, you know what? One Piece deserves a little bit more credit. And then their animation style started getting better. And then the stories started getting way deeper.
better.
And I was like, you know what? Naruto's got to take a back seat.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
And granted, they
And
brought Bleach back, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Right now,
It ain't hitting to me.
Right now,
I like reading the manga.
Right now, Bleach ain't hitting remotely as hard as how I remember Naruto hitting. Don't get me wrong, Bleach is good. The animation is
great.
God tier. God tier. I'm so happy.
They did their thing with that shit.
Dude, that was the one thing I was sweating. I was afraid they were going to be away for so long. They were going to completely fuck it up. But they did a great job with the animation. The soundtrack fucking hits. Everything hits. But like One Piece, bro, is just it's good in my opinion. In my opinion, it's good. It was a lot. If I went back in time to the early 2000s and I told young Bryce half of the shit that happened in One Piece,
keep talking. I'm just
I say if I told young Bryce half the shit that happened in One Piece, young Bryce wouldn't believe me. I'd be like, no way.
Dog.
Really? Like, it gets wild, dude. I'm not. When it comes to live action, dude, I'm really particular. Like, I'm really particular, and just like you said with the Arlong Park,
they can't keep going at that
you
level.
can't. Yeah, making fish people, dog. That's hard. That's hard. So I'm not even
fish
complaining
people are
about how
cringe.
they look.
I don't really care. I knew they weren't going to be able to do the fish people correctly.
Yeah, I'm complaining about the fight.
Yeah, the fights could have been. Like I said, it to me it felt like an upgraded Power Rangers show. Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm down for that. That's not everybody's cup of tea.
Now, like when they did the casting, Zorro, solid cast.
I don't like the way they directed Zorro.
I don't like it neither.
He's giving you a heart.
Oh. What's good, nigga? What's good?
His face. Hey, he told me you was giving me a heart, nigga. Fuck you, I gave you the bird, hoe ass trick. I gave you a heart, nigga. Fuck you.
Bryce, you like a bitten off piece of the pickle, nigga. You like that corner piece that's taken off, that chunk that's always missing in every picture.
Yo, dreads look like burnt corn dogs.
Why your dreads look like Whoopi Goldberg dreads?
Nigga, that's my joke. You can't take that shit.
Your dreads fatter than mine. Whoopi ain't thin.
Whoop ting ting.
Whoopi got them big boys.
Yo, dreads.
So how's it going? I forgot.
Oh no, we still going.
Yo, dreads.
I thought y'all was recording early.
We don't give a fuck. You part of the crew. We don't give a fuck.
Yo,
Hey, everybody,
dreads
this
came
y'all
out
the
of
crew
the-
member.
Yeah, this the other crew member, Mac. Yo, dreads look like the earthworms out of the fridge in the bait and tackle section. Yeah.
Bro, why do I smell baked beans through the phone?
Yo.
Look at Ray face.
What you doing with all that? What you doing with that eyeliner? Nigga clowning.
I'm so glad y'all ain't hear that.
Oh no, they heard it. It's right on the microphone.
It's not gonna pick it up. I was watching. Look, watch Mavel speak.
Say something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky they.
Yeah.
You lucky they didn't pick it up, right? You lucky they
Like it picks it up a little bit,
Little
but it's
bit.
not gonna be clear.
Yeah, I can't even remember what we was talking about.
Oh,
I forgot.
I forgot too. But what I
call you
will
back in
say,
2030?
my Star Wars fans,
what-
Ahsoka,
Yeah, One
Ahsoka's
Piece.
goated. It's really good.
That's what we were talking about. We were talking
We're talking about One
Yeah,
Piece live action.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say Ahsoka, really good. Data recording, episode 4 is out.
Yeah, I'll say that.
That's just fire.
Ahsoka is really goddamn good.
Yeah, I'll say that.
That's
I
just
ain't gonna lie,
fire.
that shit's fire.
Yeah,
They doing they thing. They
only
do.
seen 2 episodes.
My Mac Daddy Dave Filoni, that nigga's doing it again.
Can I say something though?
What
Is it One Piece?
is it about?
No,
The
it's not.
lightsaber?
It's not about one. No, it's not about the
Is it
lightsaber.
live action?
It's about Star Wars
Okay.
as a whole.
Oh,
boy.
I see. That's the territory I don't trust because that's him right there.
Go ahead.
That's all him.
Go ahead.
Hey, look. To be fair, you did call on One Piece, and that was him.
Yep. Go
I
ahead.
feel like
Go ahead.
Because it's funny because me and my mom were literally just talking about it the other day. I feel like Disney has not done a good job.
Oh no, that's correct.
No, that's very
I
correct.
feel like Disney's
that's
not done a good job.
very
with stuff.
only
My
good-
mom literally was like, "I have not watched Star Wars since Disney took it, and it's solely because it doesn't look like it will entertain me." And I was like, "Yeah."
That's
As
very
a hardcore
correct.
Star Wars fan, sequel trilogies garbage. Rogue One unnecessary but pretty good.
Yep.
Han Solo unnecessary garbage.
Yep.
Kenobi the show, that Vader Kenobi fight, god tier.
God tier.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
Mandalorian, whatever, go for it.
Mandalorian's pretty good.
No, yeah, it's good. It's good. That's why I'm like, whatever.
Go
I
for
will
it.
say,
Go for it.
Mandalorian. I've said this before. Mandalorian is very mid, but because of all of the trash we've been getting,
We accept it, it's gold.
It's propped up a little higher than it should be.
Right.
And then you have Grogu. Or Baby Yoda, Grogu, however y'all say it don't matter.
Right.
But because we've gotten so much trash, and it's a pretty good story, mid to pretty good story with Baby Yoda, people say it's good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you
Still
accept
mid-tier.
it.
Still
You
mid-tier
accept
for me.
it.
It's
Yeah,
still
you accept
Right,
that.
I ain't gonna lie. When it came
I'm
out,
in
you
there
told
because
me
I'm deep.
you told me to watch it.
It's not for everyone.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't even finish season 1. It's mid tier
Yeah.
for me. It's not. I was like, bro, I
The-
watch other Star Wars that kept me interested, bro.
I
The
watched
story is
5
very
episodes.
mid. I will say this:
That's fair.
season
5 episodes.
4 story's getting kind of crazy, but
Still
it's-
wild. Just why to
I
read
gotta make it through
notes.
3 seasons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta
I
get
got to
to-
make it through
you gotta get to that.
2 other seasons.
There's
Come on
animes
now.
that
Yeah.
don't take
Yeah.
that long.
Yeah,
Boba
bro.
I'm
Fett.
sorry.
Boba Fett. I personally love Boba Fett the character. I think the show is great. If you don't like the show, completely understand.
Right.
Facts.
See, that's
That's
why-
understandable,
right?
though.
Like,
Yeah.
see, like that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at the track record since Disney's had it,
It's
most of it is shit.
Yeah, it's-
Most of it is mass-produced shit. So you can buy fucking stickers,
There's a
or buy your fucking the 32-year-old woman who has a fucking Mandalorian lunchbox. That's why they do it.
There's a reason I said Mr. Mac Daddy Dave Filoni. Everything he's touched since Star Wars or
Yeah.
since Disney has taken over has been golden.
Okay.
He did Rebels. Or my bad, there was one thing he touched that I didn't hit for me, but that was simply because it was a kid show. It was legit a kid show.
Okay.
So that I understand not liking. But Rebels, really good. Ahsoka, really good.
Right.
He had his hand in Mandalorian. I like that. He had his hand in Boba Fett. I like that. Everything he's touched for me, I've liked.
I can agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I can agree with you now. See, personally, I didn't know he had a hand in a lot of them, so which makes sense of why I somewhat liked it.
Yeah.
Ahsoka. God damn.
Ahsoka doing some shit.
It's doing some Ahsoka. That's the only. I ain't gonna lie, Ray. When's the last time you heard me praise
Look,
Star Wars in a while?
I've told people try and tell me you can tell more than just the stories about Jedi and all Jedi Sith and their struggles with all their powers. You can do, and yes, you can. I wouldn't suggest it.
That's kind of what your franchise is built on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it would behoove of you to stick with that
Mind
same
you,
formula.
This is what I've been telling people. If you want to make good Star Wars stories, give us great lightsaber fights, interesting force powers, and a decent story to go with
Right.
it. You want to know what Ahsoka's giving to us? The very first scene is the 2 main Dark Jedi waxing an entire Republic troop. The very first scene.
Yeah.
Very first.
Oh, you thought that was the only fight in the first episode? The
Wrong.
second fight, you have Sabine and the apprentice going at it.
Wrong. Yep.
Oh, the second episode, you have Ahsoka fighting the apprentice and another nigga.
And you know what's crazy?
It's
That's what
almost
niggas
like
want.
it's almost like we like. Hold up, real quick.
Lightsaber seeds.
Oh, this nigga get it. He said, hold on. Yeah.
It's almost like niggas like lightsabers.
It's almost like as if niggas like.
Oh, this one don't turn on. What?
It's almost like it's like lightsabers.
Facts. Almost right. Like, damn.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, Star Wars has been around for so long. How did y'all just completely fucking
about it.
forget the main like?
And I'll be honest, Star Wars, you can't not look at me and tell me Star Wars don't have so many goddamn battles in it itself. There are so many battles. If you read the light novel itself, the amount of fights,
Yes,
that be going on.
Most of the light novels,
war
I say
all the time.
In the light novels, 90% of it is fighting.
There are three things I look for in Star Wars: nice space battles.
Yep.
Lightsaber fights, interesting force abilities.
Yes.
Yep.
It's crazy because the Clone Wars was a cartoon designed for teenagers to young adults.
Right.
The amount of fights in there that are absolutely
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Adults is watching it.
Ridiculous.
The amount of scenes in that are absolutely goated.
I remember watching.
Same with Rebels.
I remember seeing that show on. I remember seeing that show on Cartoon Network, and I was just flipping through channels, and I was like, "Oh shit, they got Star Wars on here!"
Yeah.
And it opened up with Luke and Ahsoka in the middle of
Anakin.
Anakin and Ahsoka in the middle of a drone fight, and I'm like, "Yo, what the?" And General Grievous was there. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck,
bro?
Like, this is wild."
It's almost like it's not in the name.
Yeah.
Wars.
But I was just about to say that.
Wars.
There's
In the
literal
name.
war. This is not Star Peace.
Yeah.
This is not Star
Talk.
This is not Star Talk. This is Star.
Here's my
Wars.
here's my
Star incest.
here's
Star
my
Wars.
example. They made Rogue One.
Yep.
Pretty cool plot. Pointless because we knew everybody was dying from the start.
Facts.
Anybody with any amount of Star Wars knowledge knew Rogue One.
66.
Everyone was dying. Every main character was dying. We knew it from the start because they shot themselves in the foot by saying this was how they got the plans, the Death Star plans. Well, in the original trilogy, it literally says everyone dies to get those plans.
Well, it's in stone.
It's almost like I know exactly what's
going
about
to
to
happen.
happen.
Right. It's almost like if I read, I knew.
Also, while the spy thriller was really good in that, the writing was immaculate. I will admit, Rogue One is some of the best writing Disney has done.
Yeah.
What's the best scene in the movie?
Couldn't tell you.
It's Vader
It's very-
waxing that entire hallway.
That's literally.
That is the best scene in the movie.
Damn, yeah, that really is.
How many memes has been put on for that?
Right.
Yep.
It's just
Sorry
that
you
one.
had to wait. I say Robot Chicken even hit on that.
Yeah.
I'm
Mind
sorry
you-
you had to witness this.
Mind you, the best writing in Disney has had. I will admit that. And the best scene in the movie is Vader waxing niggas.
Yeah.
Andor. I didn't really care for Andor. I'll be honest. I might get crucified for it. The writing is good.
You probably gonna get crucified for that one.
That's fine.
I even thought it was decent.
It's good.
You probably
it's
gonna
decent. I
get
watched
crucified
it.
for that one.
I
I'm
watched
waiting to
it.
see the comments.
Hold on, look, I will admit, I watched it. It's cool. I like it. I can't get invested in Andor. It's one, a prequel. It's two, of a time period we already know a lot
I
about.
want to side eye you
I-
so bad, but you're speaking facts.
You are
I
speaking.
can't.
I
I
say it
know
is a
He's
fact.
speaking facts right now.
Fact.
he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Like what? Like I think he's
Therefore-
getting a second, and it's not like he's gonna grow up. It's not like he's gonna evolve into like this super crazy charismatic killer, because at the beginning of this like compassionate person, because at the beginning of Rogue One he was a killer.
He was a killer.
He was straight up waxing. Like he
Yeah,
was a
so-
rebel assassin.
Right.
So there is not much character growth for me to be invested
That's
in
true.
Andor.
That's
Right.
facts. That's fair. I
Because
give you
if
that
you-
one. That's
if
fair.
you give him major-
Personally, I get that.
If you give Andor major character growth, it makes zero sense, because in Rogue One, he's a straight up rebel assassin who gets changed by the main character, the female character.
There's no point in
gives him a
setting
change of
in-
heart there.
There's no
There's
point in
no
sending in
point.
any immersion because
Yeah.
you already know what's
It's
coming.
all-
So
you
I'm
already
like,
know what's
I
gonna
know
happen.
what's gonna happen. He's not gonna get any character growth. He's gonna be He's like, I get it.
His resolve is going to be mid.
His character growth is going to be very little, if any at all. I'm only going to care about any side characters they bring up.
Right.
And that's if they bring them up. And it's like, I can't care. I'm also just sick of the prequel or them placing shows in between episode 3 and episode 4.
Yeah, why do y'all keep doing that? Stop doing that weird shit.
I'm going to explain this for the last time. Probably not the last time.
That just made me so irritated.
Yeah. But so we have episode 3.
You're like, yeah.
We have
Bullshit.
episode 3. We have 5 seasons of Rebels that take place in between there.
Yes,
we have Han Solo. We have Rogue One. We have what the fuck is it? 2 seasons of Bad Batch. That's 7 TV seasons, and 2 movies that take place in between 3 and 4. That's only a 16-year time period it's like an 18 to 20-year time period at most. There's not much more we can do. The only thing at this point I will accept in that time period is a Vader series where Vader is killing off Jedi. That is the only thing I will accept because
that.
there's
I'd
nothing
watch
more
it.
to say.
I'd watch
Light
it.
novel.
Yeah,
I accept that.
because I read the comics. Vader is an absolute. I want people to know this.
We're gonna do Vader's abilities later, bro, because that nigga's a menace.
Vader movie. You'll hear a lot of Marvel fans.
Haven't we done that before?
No, not on Vader.
Not on Vader.
We've discussed in topic Marvel and DC how their comic book characters are crazier than their live action or animated characters.
Yeah.
Vader is the exact same way.
100% exact same.
Vader will wax just about anybody in any anime shonen show in his comic book form.
Yep.
He will wax almost anyone
Yep.
Damn.
His ability is that fucking
on
wild.
just force abilities alone.
Yeah, that nigga. If he step into the Marvel universe, he's a problem.
Yeah, his comic book version will step in and wax anybody. I will say he'll wax anybody under. If I want to say Marvel, I'm not too well versed in like the upper tiers of Marvel, but anybody under the Avengers and around the Avengers level, Vader will wax them.
Oh, he waxing them for sure.
In a one-on-one fight, he'll wax them. He could probably take 2 or 3 of them on.
I can't even say Avengers because Avengers have mixed power levels.
Doesn't even matter.
So like
Anyone on the main Avengers roster, comic book Vader is waxing. Hulk, Thor, all of them niggas.
Anybody that's
Waxed.
superhuman, super mutant, he's probably gonna wax
Yeah,
in Marvel. He's probably gonna wax
he
most
will
majority
wax
of
the
superhumans.
entire
He will wax.
He will
that nigga
wax the
strong.
entire X-Men roster. Them niggas will get waxed.
I know you're looking at us crazy, but this
Look,
nigga ability.
I don't disagree.
You might think, you guys might think, oh, Magneto, his suit's made of metal. You're wrong. His suit is made of metal, but Magneto's not going to touch Vader.
I was
I'm
about to
sorry.
say, I never
touching
challenged.
Vader.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
thought that was a question.
Yeah, man, that nigga Vader is on
Before
a
y'all come at me in the
different
comments,
oh my
read the
God.
Vader comics.
He is on a different level.
That nigga is a
my
problem. You might think Magneto has the upper hand. He doesn't. Or you might think Xavier can just get into that nigga's head. Xavier will need a therapy session after getting into Vader's head.
Yeah.
No. That man lives on the suffering of everyone.
Xavier's going to be in the White Room after that.
Exactly. You remember in did you watch Multiverse of Madness?
No.
So there's a scene in Multiverse of Madness where you get Xavier's most powerful form. It's him in this chair where he's the leader of the Illuminati. It's him in this like floating orange chair. He tries to put Scarlet Witch's mind away.
Yeah.
And Scarlet Witch is like, no,
you're not doing that.
It's not
I'm
happening.
gonna go put you down real quick. That's exactly what would happen. For those of y'all that know, Xavier would try to lock Vader's mind away, and he would run away.
Not have that. Yeah.
Yeah, Vader would not have that.
Yeah.
This nigga. So in Star Wars, you know the lightning.
Yep.
You are not supposed to be able to shoot lightning at people if you don't have like actual like flesh and blood limbs.
Okay.
So Vader shouldn't be able to throw lightning.
He can't.
This nigga said, "Fuck that! I'm gonna make a lightning ball and throw it at you."
to get more better, one of his abilities. To get more better. I'm just going to be. I'm just chatting, so I'm going to say, extreme precognition.
Yeah. So the reason why I don't like doing Star Wars versus is because the Force is very broken for anyone who does. For anybody using the Force that is fighting somebody not using the Force is extremely broken. So you have something called precognition. Everybody who can wield the Force has this ability. It's why they can deflect blaster bolts directly at people. It's not because they have the reaction speed to do it. It's because they know where it's going to be. They know where the blaster bolt is going to be.
It's perception hockey.
Yeah. It's basically perception hockey on steroids because they can see into the future.
They know where it's going to be and where it's going to go.
Yep. Yeah. And you mix that with the Force's ability to read your opponent's emotions, especially if they can't fight you reading their emotions, which if you don't know the Force, you can't stop them from reading your emotions.
Yeah.
They now know what you're going to be able to do,
what you're feeling, how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, how it's going to. They know they can read you. Right. Not to mention they have a lightsaber that is unmatched.
Right.
You cannot stop that.
Very unmatched. That's another thing that people do not really speak about.
The lightsaber is unmatched.
The lightsaber is literally
unmatched. You
need
to be able to stop the sun.
Right.
If your power set does not stop the sun, you are not stopping a lightsaber.
You're not stopping a lightsaber. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. Excalibur, fuck all that. It's not stopping the lightsaber.
It will cut through anything that is not another lightsaber or something with the ability to withstand the power of a sun.
You said
which is why I said there are some niggas that will wax him.
Not the superpower Excaliburs.
Excalibur
right,
from
what?
Yeah.
Because I'm about to blow your mind with some shit. So in Fire Force, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I had a feeling you was about to say Fire Force. That's why I said not the
Arthur,
not the super one, because I knew you was leaning toward that.
Arthur pretty much wields a lightsaber.
Yeah, he do.
And it's able, and that's how he winds up dying and fighting this dude named Dragon in space.
Yep.
And it was strong enough to cut the moon. To which then, what's his name? Shinji, the main antagonist, when he hit his soul resonance and wound up becoming a demon, he had to make a moon to replace it.
Now, mind you,
my bad.
You're good. Yeah. One of his unique things that he does in the comics all the time, but people don't know, is he has a rage mechanic.
Yeah,
where he can overfuel himself with rage.
In the comic, I have seen that. Yeah,
yes.
So I've seen
that's
parts of
one of his most powerful abilities is that rage.
Right. It's a problem.
Those of y'all that know, y'all know.
Rage is a problem for
his
Star
rage
Wars.
Is a problem. It amplifies all his Force abilities.
I was about to say,
it nullifies his damage. He's in the comics.
Berserk mode.
Yeah, in the comics, if Vader's mad, if Vader's upset, GG. GG,
like,
homie, you're dead.
The only thing you have on him is a smart nigga that can outthink him. The problem is he can if you can't stop the force, he can read you. So you have to be able to really outthink him and be able to control your emotions to fool him.
Not to mention, be good with a lightsaber.
Yep.
So you really got
on top of the abilities to hang with him in a one-on-one.
You have to hit the trifecta.
Yeah,
not many niggas have all of those things.
Which is the reason why
they normally have one relatively solid, and then they lack in everything.
Yeah, they'll have one or two of those.
That's what makes Vader such a problem.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why he was smacking everybody up in the galaxy.
Yes,
this nigga was smacking niggas up in the galaxy.
But then think about
the only reason he couldn't beat Sidious is because Sidious was a stronger Force user, and specifically made Vader's suit weak to lightning.
Yep.
Which was Sidious's strongest thing.
That was his literal plan the entire like when he made that he made that suit he said, he told because he already knew how strong he was. He was like just to make sure this nigga don't throw me. I'm gonna give this nigga a handicap.
Yes. If you ever try to kill me, I'm taking you with me.
I got you. You're going with me.
I got you.
So that's why I'm like, Vader will wax almost anybody Avengers level and down. Same with DC. He'll wax anybody Justice League and down. minus Superman.
Oh, it's just minus.
He's
Superman.
not waxing Superman.
I give him a lot of anime niggas too.
Oh, he
Give him a
will
lot of
wax
anime niggas.
anybody in Naruto except for the god niggas.
Any swordsman is dead.
Yeah.
Any swordsman is.
Any,
I'm
nobody-
I love my nigga Soro.
This is
but
what I-
actually, wait a minute. No,
This
yeah,
is what I
Shanks is
tell-
gonna get it too.
This
yeah,
is what
Shanks
I tell
gonna
people.
get it.
When it comes to him and
Shanks, you don't get
Naruto,
it. Shanks.
when it comes to him and Naruto, you have not seen one person in Naruto that has the ability to stop a lightsaber.
Okay, so question: what is so? I understand because we already talked about the whole he can read your movement.
You think
blah,
Shanks
blah.
is gonna get it for real?
Here's the thing, right?
Really?
Shanks is the only nigga I think who is remotely close. Right.
Now, as somebody who's not a One Piece guy,
Right.
I've only got the hint of what Shanks can do.
Right.
I know of his.
just-
but-
I want educate me real quick.
I want. All right. So I'm gonna use what so far we've talked about. Right. I'm gonna use just what we've talked about, and then you fill me in with the information. I'm
Yep.
gonna fill you in with it.
All right, bet.
Right. So Shanks. So you are able Darth Vader is able to pretty much read movement. Right. Read movement. Perception. Right. Perception.
He's
hockey.
able to see what you're going to
Right.
do before you do it.
That encompasses perception hockey. Right.
Yes.
So let's already get that out of the way. Shanks, because Shanks is a master of perception hockey, right?
Shanks will be able to deceive. He will. I don't know if he'll be able to deceive Vader, but he will be able to at least do the same thing to Vader that Vader is doing to him, which puts them on even playing field that way.
Along with Shanks' emotions, Shanks is one of the most emotionally controlled characters in the One Piece community.
Yes, he is.
So
Yeah, I
with
give you
that,
that.
I will say evenly. Swordsmanship skills. Shanks is considered the best swordsman, second to only Mihawk. And the only reason Mihawk won't challenge him is because Shanks lost his arm. The last time Mihawk fought Shanks, Shanks beat him. Okay? Shanks has also fought, I can't remember dude's name, but his fruit ability pretty much lets him travel and manipulate light. Shanks is able to outspeed him and get a tactical advantage on him amidst the fight with one arm while he's also defending an entire island. The island was shot.
That's a good feat.
Yeah, he shot.
That's a good feat.
He
I
shot.
give you that.
He shot
That's a good feat. I
projectiles at the
forgot about
island.
that.
Shanks single-handedly.
That's a really good feat.
Keyword on single-handedly. Didn't even use his hockey, mind you. Did not even use his armament hockey or nothing. Deflected all the shots. Was able to break up that admiral amongst his entire unit, get him one-on-one, and have him to the point where he couldn't move. Where if he moved, Shanks would have killed him.
Yes. Have you seen the Vader hallway scene in Rogue One? You got your phone?
Yeah.
Pull it up. It's the same thing.
A lot of devastation. So
basically, you know the laser guns.
yes.
There's an army of them. There's literally like 20 niggas in a hallway, all with these laser guns, and he's
Nothing
blocking
hit.
them all.
Yeah, nothing hits.
To the point where he's also can throw his force out and deflect them that way, and he can just absorb them.
So, Shanks, right? When before, or actually no, it's while Luffy is leaving Wano. After Wano, Kid, which is one of the people in Luffy's armada now, right? So he has a relatively solid fleet, right? Kid says, "I'm gonna go challenge Shanks because I don't think Shanks is all up to what he's talking about, right?" Shanks tells him, "Hey, dog, this is what the fuck I'm doing. You need to back down because you are not on my level." Right? Shanks says, "Fuck that. Me and my armada are coming at you. This is 100 and some ships, a lot of men, cannon fire, swords, everything." Shanks, by himself, took out the whole fleet in one swipe. Like Shanks, when it comes to his physical abilities, he's the only nigga I could imagine in the universe at least playing with Darth Vader, not beating him,
Not beating him.
playing
But
with him. And listen, I'm
If you gave-
not gonna say Whitebeard can do it. I'm not saying
I can see it. I
Joldy
can see
Rogers
it.
can do it. I'm not saying Luffy can do it. I'm saying
With his
Shanks.
specific abilities, if you
That's a
give
good
him
feat.
a lightsaber,
If you
and
gave
throw him
Shanks a
in the-
lifesaver,
and throw
I
him
think
in a
Shanks
Star
could do it.
I
Wars,
think
and
Shanks
throw him in
would-
the Star Wars universe, he will
Shanks could
he
do
will
it.
wax people.
Yeah.
I think he'll
Shanks
wax
could do
people.
it. I think he would give Darth Vader
He'd give
Darth
a
Vader a
decent
run.
run.
Or
He'd give him a
first
run.
But in the end, I think that Darth Vader would win. But I think Shanks is the closest challenge.
I think
And you want to know the
Vader's
reason why the
rage-
upper hand,
yeah.
super upper hand is that lightning.
Yeah.
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 He would
Being able to-
definitely-
Shanks would not know how to deal with
Yeah.
that.
being able to
Shanks would be
throw
like,
the
"Bro,
lightning bolt.
Because mind you, Shanks is also the only nigga who is a Sea Emperor who is also not a gum user.
Right.
Shanks does not have Kaido. Like Kaido can turn into a fucking dragon. Big Mom can manipulate fucking objects. Luffy can literally make his imagination reality. Shanks is the only regular schmegula nigga. And he's got one arm.
Batman of One Piece.
Yeah, he is literally the Batman of One Piece. Yeah, all these guys an arm, some hockey, and kung fu. That's all he's got.
If you gave Shanks a lightsaber, put him, I think he could beat a lot of Force users.
A lot of Force users, 100%.
His problem with Vader is going to be the lightning, the rage ability, and there's one more ability I didn't mention. Vader can negate death for a set amount of time.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I do know about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
They didn't show it in the movies.
Nope.
Right.
And they never will.
Nope.
Because it's super busted and it's super dumb.
Right.
But when this nigga dies, he can be, if he's mad enough, and if he's
He
mad
can
enough
hold on for a couple minutes.
or in pain enough, and his suit always makes him in pain, he can just say, I'm not gonna die, and I'm going to continue fighting you until I can find a way to get, till I can just kill you, and then hopefully there are some niggas
Find a way to
there
stop.
who
Yeah.
can get me in a back tank.
Right.
That ability right there
It's just to tell your body you're not dying.
you're not gonna die.
At least he didn't
until
get
this nigga dies.
Right.
Combined with his berserker rage is some
Is a
of the
problem.
dumbest shit I've ever read in my
I mean,
life.
hey, he is broken, but at least his rage didn't go to the fact that one dude did when he just literally bring himself back to life. For how
Oh,
mad
you
he is.
Scion? That's my
Yeah,
nigga.
you Scion.
So
at least he didn't get to that level.
I almost brought him up when we were talking about our greatest villains, and I did Lord Vitiate. Scion,
I'm surprised you didn't.
Scion was my
me and
number
you was
two.
talking about him for a minute.
My problem with Scion is he's literally a worse Hulk. And the moment you bring him peace, or he's not in pain, or he's not mad anymore, he dies. So Scion's dead. He's a Sith
So he
Lord
has
that
to live
dies.
in chaos.
Yes.
Yeah, he has to live
He
in
is a
chaos.
Sith Lord that has died.
Yeah.
But his body and his rage is so, and his power in the Force is so strong.
Immense that he's still alive.
It's keeping his soul in his body. His body
So
is
he's Dobby.
decaying.
So he's Dobby.
Yes.
From My
Yes.
Hero,
Yes.
pretty much.
He's literally Dobby.
The amount of rage and hate this nigga's got is the only thing keeping him alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Scion, he's hilariously strong. He's stupid. But
Stupid
again,
strong.
the
Jeez.
moment
Check him out, chat. Check
Yeah,
him
oh,
out.
yeah,
He's
check
really
him
stupid
out.
strong.
But yeah, no, like it's the reason why I don't like doing Star Wars versus outside of other Star Wars characters, because it's one, the Force is really hard to quantify or quantify,
Right.
because what it does is different for everybody, and it's different. Yoda is an old 600-pound man, or not
600.
he's an old 600. He's a 600-year-old.
He hold that way different.
Yeah, Yoda in the Clone Wars is a 600-year-old
Jesus.
gremlin.
Right.
Physical, he ain't got no physical prowess at all.
Right.
But yet,
the nigga is mentally capable
because he's so strong in the Force,
right. The
he
nigga's
can
a
toss.
tank.
He can toss around things that weigh double his strength, or that weigh 10 times more than him, like it's nothing.
Like it's
Right.
literal nothing.
He can play catch with
Cars.
Yeah, basically, essentially trucks with another nigga as they're
As
fighting.
long as he can hold said truck. As long as the
Yeah.
other nigga can hold said
Yeah,
truck
swear to
too.
God.
yeah,
Yeah.
They were literally playing catch.
See-
In that, him and Cities were literally playing catch with the seatings that were made of metal that could, they were.
Literally crush niggas, yeah. But see, that also goes back though to Vader too. No other nigga really I feel like no other nigga in the Star Wars universe has had the teaching, because think about it, right? The amount of niggas that taught Luke
Yeah.
into bringing Luke to the point where
Is
he became
insane.
Vader. That
mean
nigga
Anakin.
had
You mean
to-
Anakin.
You mean
Anakin,
Anakin,
yeah. Anakin went through his roster of pretty much trainers is ridiculous.
It's
like
ridiculous.
if you
It's
are
ridiculous.
any
That's a
nigga,
fact.
if you are any nigga who is fucked with the Force, if you hear Anakin's name and you look at the roster of niggas who have talked to him or taught him anything
Yoda.
about using the Force,
Yoda, Mace, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon.
yeah, you'd literally be
Those
like,
are some of the
dog.
strongest niggas in this verse.
You'd literally be like, dog.
And then
who was
when he
this
turned
nigga?
when he turned to Vader, he had Sidious.
right,
Yep.
who'd been running shit
Yeah.
for a grip,
For grab. Grab.
and was still learning shit, and was taught by one of the best
Taught by
fucking
Darth
Sith Lords
Revan, yep.
ever. Yeah, one of the hardest Sith Lords ever.
He was taught by two of the best,
Yeah.
Revan and Bane.
Here.
And I'm like, dog.
Here, Anakin, after you've been taught by every relatively high-ranking good nigga we got, we're also going to give you the only nigga that has been taught by two of the deadliest Sith Lords ever.
Here you go.
There you
Have
go.
fun.
Have fun.
Enjoy
learn,
this.
Learn well.
Enjoy
learn well.
it.
There's a reason why. There is a reason why he knew I couldn't fuck with him for a long time.
yeah, no,
I'm
that-
pretty sure that Arthur was like, I probably shouldn't do this again.
Dog, that-
anyway.
that Vader in the comics will wax almost. I would comfortably put him against just about anybody.
Most niggas in
as
the
long as
fictional
you are
universe,
not
yeah.
blowing up planets, I will comfortably say Vader has an advantage
100%.
because the Force is that busted.
Force is that.
I didn't
busted,
even
y'all.
get into the Force push, the Force hold, or the Force crush.
Yeah.
I didn't even get into any of that shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. In order to beat Vader physically, physically alone, you have to, if you don't have special abilities on at least 60% of like the same wavelength as the Force,
Yeah.
you need to have the physical prowess of a god.
Yes.
You have to. Otherwise, Vader will swamp you easy.
Yeah. Mind you,
Easy work.
the Force. So the Force can amplify a human being. Humans in Star Wars are essentially are the same as us. You have niggas like Mace Windu who can without a lightsaber punch holes in droids
Yes,
that
the
are made
fuck
of
he
metal.
can, bruh.
Bingo.
Yes, he can.
That's just Force assisted. Mind you, Vader's suit makes him stronger than Mace Windu.
Yep.
He still gets the Force assist as well.
I got a non-fictional character. I don't think Darth Vader can beat.
Who?
Gojo.
You said.
Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen.
If he can get off domain expansion, yes.
Nah, not even. He don't need it.
He will definitely need domain expansion.
Okay, so real shit. You ain't caught up, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
He would definitely need domain expansion. I don't see Gojo.
Gojo?
Yeah, I don't see with domain expansion. I'll give him the win. I don't see I'm not caught up. Next episode, I'll do my research and we'll see.
You got So Gojo. So and the only reason I say Gojo, and it's kind of the only reason I say Gojo is honestly because Gojo's broken.
He is broken. That's why I say with domain expansion, Vader ain't got nothing to get around that.
Not even domain expansion. If Gojo was able to keep his domain domain parameter on,
Go ahead and spoil it for me. Explain to me why you don't think he needs domain expansion.
So Gojo's not his domain expansion, but his domain parameter is infinite, right?
yeah.
Now he's done this with a lot of low fighting niggas, right? Because he can only if he keeps it on, his physical abilities are limited. He can't go all out with his sorcerer abilities.
Yeah.
Because it takes up a lot of energy. But pretty much it allows Gojo is able to physically, without contact, he is able to allow particular objects that only he deems worthy to make contact, whether that be flesh, natural, elemental, whatever.
Now,
So like
does that work with powers?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
I do.
so
I was just about to
telekinesis
say,
does not get
it
around
does-
that.
I
It
was
does
just
not
about to say,
get around
before
it.
you say anything,
Okay,
it
I
stops
just get
it.
around
It
it.
stops it. It
I'm
stops
telling you
it
right
all.
now, because
He is-
Gojo literally got attacked by a nigga who only did telekinesis, and this nigga tried his hardest, and Gojo literally was like, "Dog,
But you're
this is my
saying-
weakest stage." And you
But you're
do not hit
saying
me with this.
physical abilities, he won't be able to use any of his sorcerer stuff while doing that.
Fighting Gojo, the Force is pretty much lightning, grab, pull, all that. He can pull.
Yeah.
He can pull. He won't be able to make contact. He will not be able to make
So
contact.
he can push and pull.
He can push him away. He can pull him close. He cannot make physical contact. The lightning cannot touch him.
Yeah.
Right. The choke. Right. The
Yeah,
grasp.
That's the crush.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
crush,
not happening.
That's gone.
Yeah.
Lightsaber won't make contact.
Yeah. Here's my thing. But when he has that up, you said his physical abilities are. He can't really do any of his sorcery stuff because it takes too much stuff.
Right.
That's the crutch. If he can't use any of that sorcery ability, he won't be able to touch Vader as well. Vader's a master swordsman, and you said his push and pull will still work.
I got you.
So he won't be able to. With that, he won't be able to make contact with Vader either.
I feel like it's a heavy stalemate. So like,
Yeah.
so he can use.
So it'll become a battle of endurance on who can win, who can outlast the other. I'm gonna give the shot to Vader.
I was about to say the most
I'm gonna say
Gojo can
endurance
do.
and outsmart. I'm gonna say both because at some point he can do his domain expansion.
Right. So,
Yeah,
and
that's
so
what I'm saying.
here's the
That-
thing.
that-
If
that
he-
involves of
here's the
outsmart.
thing,
Yeah,
right?
I say if he does
Outside
domain
of-
expansion,
Right.
he's
He
got the
he
win.
got that
Outside
win.
of
He got that no matter what.
outside of so when he's doing his domain prowess, the only sorcerer abilities that we've seen that he's capable of is doing blue and red. Right now, blue. Blue is literally going to require a lot of Vader's force ability because that's literally crush. That's literally what it is,
Yeah.
right? Red is pretty much push, right? But at a very accelerated rate. So it'll do damage to him, but I think Crush and in his domain expansion, like y'all were saying, Crush and domain expansion are going to be Gojo's main
gonna
two
be
things to
his
get a dub.
main two things.
Those are the only two things he'll be able to use to get a dub. But okay, I'll give you that.
Like I said, I will give Gojo, like, if he unlocks domain expansion, Vader ain't got a shot in hell. Like,
no.
that, but that's
That domain
But I
expansion
will
is
say
goddamn
this.
OP.
Yeah, I said his
that
domain
goes
expansion is
for almost every
Every-
Jujutsu Kaisen
yeah.
person that has a powerful domain expansion. Whoever they're fighting, if they go domain expansion and it's powerful, they're probably gonna win.
win.
So that's not really. I can't really.
Yeah. See, I'd only in my opinion, as someone who's read Jujutsu Kaisen, I would only give like out of all the people in Jujutsu Kaisen, I would give maybe I'd give two. I'd give two people a shot.
Because
I'd give two people a shot. Gojo's one, and Sakuna's another. Yeah,
we're thinking about
Sakuna's the
Vader,
only
bro.
other person. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Sakuna-
Sakuna, I honestly think would get washed.
Wow.
Sakuna
In
doesn't have-
domain expansion,
Yeah,
he
I
would
was gonna
get
say,
washed.
Sukuna does not have a choice but to go open up domain expansion
And go for the kill immediately.
and
That's
then
your only
pray
chance.
to God
He
his
doesn't
domain
rage out.
expansion works.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that's but see, like that's the thing though, right? Sukarno has opened up his domain expansion multiple times on Gojo.
Yeah.
Multiple times. And Gojo was taking it.
Every single time.
And he's still fighting, bro. It's
Every
10
single
chapters
time.
in, and he's still fighting this nigga like it is no problem. Like literally, Itadori and all them niggas are like, bro, what? How is he staying in this fight? And everyone's like, we don't know. Like literally, some of the strongest other sorcerers were like, hey, because Sukarno is having the same problem right now where he can't make contact with Gojo, and literally they were
And
just
that-
like, they made the comment, they were like, what happened when Gojo because they make the comment, Gojo cannot make contact with you unless he allows it.
Yeah.
And they were just like, well shit, he's only allowed it twice. And they were like, well, what happened when he allowed it? And both of them were like, bruh, I thought I was gonna be sick. Like his sorcerer abilities might be reduced, but his infinite ability alone is so strong.
Oh, yeah.
Just making physical contact deals damage.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I will give you the fact that Sukarno's gonna have to kill him, but actually more Torior fact, that would probably piss off Vader and make
Yeah,
him
as I
rage
said,
out more.
way more.
Remember-
Yeah,
That
that'd
pisses
rage
him
him
off
way
quick.
more.
Listen to what I said.
He'd
I
be like,
said
I can't touch
he
him,
has
and every
to-
time I do touch him, I get
He
get
has
hurt
to
more.
open up. When it comes to Sukuna versus Vader, Sukuna has to open up with domain expansion.
Kill him immediately.
Hold it. He ain't killing him immediately.
He's got to try.
He's got to try and pray it
And
works.
pray it works.
That's his only route to victory. Because if it works,
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure it will, but if it does, he's got the dub.
Who is to say that he might get the hit the last second he might get hit on Vader?
Yeah.
Vader might just snap into rage right then and there.
Yep.
Yeah, but I was about to say, because Vader can rage in an instant.
You got to think about Vader's
Also,
characteristic personality.
At the start of the battle, if Vader just goes for a force crush, Sukuna's got no defense.
None.
That's the biggest problem with force users.
Yep.
against non-force
Non-force
users
Yeah.
is if you can't stop the force from just picking you up and crushing you, which
You're
Vader
fucked.
is more than happy to do.
Right.
Think of the Force in Naruto when dude came
Almighty
out,
Push.
Almighty Push,
Yeah.
and then when Madara went into the actual God mode when he got the Ten Tails,
Yeah.
he was able to do, I forget the actual name, but he had the clones on the outside version. It's basically like that. You can't see it, but it's happening.
The force
Yeah.
is broken, so you need other broken niggas
Yep.
to deal with.
need-
To
you
deal
need
with.
The only way to really curve Vader is taking the Force.
Yeah,
That's
you have to
really
be able to
it.
take
You have to be able to take
If
it.
you took the Force from Vader, there are a couple of niggas.
Oh,
that
if
would
you
be
take
able,
the force from Vader, all he
with
is
his rage, you would
Yeah.
you would have a couple niggas that would at least go toe to toe with
Yeah,
him.
all
Give
he-
him the
Oh, yeah.
Force though, that closes out the
Yeah,
conversation.
Vader without the force is basically a souped up
I
swordsman
was
with
just about
a
to say
sword that cannot be stopped.
I was just about to say
I
that.
say no, yeah. I was about to say
Yeah.
cracked out
Yeah, he's
Zoro
just
with
a-
an unstoppable sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Perception hockey.
God damn, that was about right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perception hockey.
Yeah,
armament.
That's the cracked out Zoro.
Armament hockey. He's got the rank King of Hell. I mean,
Yep.
you might as well give it to him.
That's
Yep.
cracked out Zoro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just the cracked out Zoro. So like,
Yeah.
if you can take away the force,
You got a shot.
yeah, if you can
got a shot.
nullify the force, you're good.
You're good. You got it. You got a shot.
You have a shot. But as soon as you give him the force, you're over. It's a wrap. You need a trifecta that very few things people can deal with. And the craziest part is like Vader's not even the strongest nigga in the series.
He's just a nigga that's a
Revan will
problem.
wax him. Nihilus will wax him. Vitiate will wax him. Sidious in his prime would wax him.
Probably in
Right.
his prime. City's in his
He's
prime.
just a
Yoda,
monster.
yeah, Yoda would wax him. Like that's
He's just a problem.
He's
Yeah,
just a
he's
problem.
just
That's-
a
He just
problem.
being a problem. He's just
the,
like
pro-
being a
right,
problem.
the problem is that the repertoire of niggas that can beat him is very small.
It's very small,
small.
or
Very
have
small.
very
Very
dumb
small.
abilities that he can't get around.
Right.
Like, y'all gonna get mad at me for saying this, but my nigga Gilgamesh would wax Vader.
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Vader
Vader
wouldn't
can't-
know what to do with
Vader
that.
can't do
Vader
with that.
will see all them
Yeah.
up. He's like some force.
Yeah. He
Force,
can't
force,
stop all
force,
that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he can't stop that.
Can't
Right.
stop all
But
that.
again, as I've said, Gilgamesh's abilities
It's
will
OP
wax
and broken.
almost anybody.
It's OP
Right.
and broken. Think about getting shot by 20 billion bullets, right? Each
Yep.
of them bullets is as big as a fucking spear.
Spear.
Yeah.
And they
Vader-
going as fast as a bullet, bro.
Vader would walk into the Fate series and wax everybody until Gilgamesh.
Get the Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is like, man, I'm a king.
Just look right at him and just be like, you just see a bunch of yellow circles appear around Vader, and you're just like, oh, I have fucked up.
I fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. Gilgamesh is I superly highly praise Gilgamesh anime ability because his ability
That's cracked.
Ray has
Right.
yeah. said it. I ain't gonna lie, it's slept on. A lot of people
Yeah.
he don't get much talk in the Face series, and he don't get much talk in period when it comes to power scaling. That nigga strong when it comes to power scaling.
That nigga's
bro.
cracked.
That nigga cracked. That nigga cracked.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You got me thinking about anime characters that could wax him.
Yeah,
There's
see,
not
it's
many.
got a lot, bro. It's crazy.
Because you have to go with niggas with stupid dumb abilities.
Shinji. Shinji from Fire Force.
Shinji Fire Force,
Shinji
yeah.
from Fire Force would beat him.
Cracked. He cracked.
Yeah,
He
he
good.
beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd beat him. He can already.
Yeah, he'd probably win.
He already outspeeds. He is literally hotter than the sun.
I was gonna say,
So
that is-
the lightsaber is literally gonna be like a stick. He gonna grab that bitch, be like, yeah,
Yeah,
we ain't
that's
doing
why. That's
this.
why I'm thinking. I'm like, because the way
That's literally. I was sitting there. I was thinking about Shinji, and I was like, "Ain't he as hot as the sun?"
Yes, he is hotter.
Once he hits soul resonance,
Once he
I
hits
was
soul
like,
resonance, yeah.
I was like, yeah, and I was like, and he has low key Luffy's powers,
Yep.
like
Yep.
to an extent.
To an extent.
Yeah.
To an extent.
I'm
and
glad
then
that you
and
hit
then-
upon that.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I
We-
thought
we
about
gonna
it.
do a comparison with them,
and
too.
I thought about it. I was like, the nigga did make a physical incarnation of death, which
Yep.
like he is a god.
Yep.
I was
Yep.
like, and the nigga literally
like
fought.
Shinji-
The
Shinji
nigga
can do it.
literally fought Satan and did it while he was talking shit and laughing. And laughing.
could
He
do
was
it.
like, bitch,
Oh,
calm
do it.
down. No, I won't calm down. Bitch, I thought I told you to calm down.
main man Escanor from Seven Deadly Sins
Escanor can do it.
at high noon.
At high noon,
he'll
Yo.
wax Vader.
He'll wax
At
Vader.
high noon, he would wax
He'll
Vader.
wax
I don't want to hear that conversation between
Yeah.
Vader and Escanor.
Yeah, he'll wax
My
him.
force doesn't work. Why would my force work on such a crippled ass nigga like you? The amount of rage.
I ain't gonna lie. Vader gonna get raised.
Vader would take
instantly.
the Vader would take the helmet off and be like, "I am beating your ass, dog."
Bro,
Why
like,
doesn't my lightsaber work? I am the sun, nigga.
this is exactly what would happen. He would be like, divine sword. Chop. Vader would get sliced. Oh, you take 2. Respect.
Divine Chop 2.0.
2.0.
Nah, hold up. Divine Chop 2.0. Dual wield knife hand.
That's
Just
another
like-
character
So I'm like,
that a lot of people don't really talk about. Escanor,
Because at high
Escanor.
noon, he
but that's
can't be
fine.
stopped.
Yeah, he can't, right.
He's damn near impossible.
At
Escanor,
high
right.
noon, he would give that for that 1 minute. He
But
would
see,
give Gojo a run for
I
his
feel
money.
like Escanor though. I feel like Vader would wait until like 12:01.
Well, yeah.
He'd be- Vader wouldn't catch Escanor at noon. He'd catch him at like 2 in the morning.
Hey, nigga.
Hey, bro. Hey, man, why you coming to my door? The sun's out. Exactly. Exactly. The sun's
Look.
away, nigga.
If Vader knew Escanor's ability, Vader would
Vader would
walk
not
away.
step.
They would just walk away.
Vader
Yeah,
would wait
no.
until midnight.
No.
But that's how anybody is. Anybody fought Escanor who knew Escanor's ability and they knew it was noon, they're just gonna walk away.
You'd be an idiot if you went to Escanor anytime
Why you keep
around
running away?
midday.
Yeah.
Why you keep running away?
Yeah,
I'm just
where you
waiting-
going?
10 o'clock?
I'm just waiting at the time.
Look, 10 o'clock to 2 p.m. You gotta be a real bad motherfucker to
Man.
go fight that nigga. From 12 to 12:01, you're cracked if you think you could beat him.
Man, I need
swear
some
to God.
sugar. I need some sugar. Man, why don't you just go next door? Ask Escanor. What time is it? Noon. Nah, I'm cool.
I'm cool.
I'm cool.
Hey,
I'm all right.
it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll give it a few more hours.
I wait
I'll
till
give
6.
4 hours. That nigga gonna ask me. That nigga gonna ask
I
me
wait
if I
till
deserve
6.
the
Nigga, I'm
sugar.
thirsty
He's
now.
like,
Then you
'cause
go
he's-
ask him.
He's like, because he's gonna say some shit, and I'm gonna want to swing on him, and I'm gonna get whacked.
Do you
And I'ma
really
get hurt.
do you really think you deserve this sugar,
Right.
peasant?
Why would I give my quality sugar
Yes.
to a broke ass, weak ass nigga like you?
Yep.
And you're not. You gonna take that?
gonna take that. You
You
gonna
gonna
take
take
that.
it? I ain't gonna lie. If it's noon, you're gonna have to.
You gonna have to.
Gonna
yeah,
have
You
to.
gonna have. Would you
So
gonna
think
slap
about
this
it.
nigga?
How-
You gonna punch him? You hand my break.
How much is
Yeah.
that sugar worth?
Yep.
Is it worth your pride?
Like
If it
the
ain't,
only
don't
nigga,
do it.
And before y'all get out, before y'all start coming in the comments,
Man, they pussy.
don't even bring up Dragon Ball into this conversation.
Yeah, Dragon Ball.
I specifically
keep- see,
left them out.
Bro,
What did you just say? If anybody that can blow
Blow
up
up
planets is not in this
just get
right.
them out
not
of this.
valid.
Yeah,
Not
Dragon
Dragon
Ball
Ball.
in
I
this
am
conversation.
sick and
Don't come
tired
in here with
of
that shit.
people putting Dragon Ball Z
Yeah.
with people with things that
Right.
them niggas is in their own world, bro.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Respectfully. Fucking Shinji is not a planetary nigga.
No.
Right? And listen, I know niggas are gonna be in the chat because I brought up Arthur. Well, Arthur used Escanor and Escanor cut the fucking moon. Did Arthur come back from that? No. No. The nigga died in the vacuum of space.
Yes, he
it took
did.
him everything he had to go planetary. With that being
Yep.
said, I do not consider Arthur a planetary nigga.
if you have to die to do it-
I consider him a country level threat.
Yes.
Yep.
I do not consider him planetary.
Yes.
And mind you, in that planetary destruction, he took out a moon. First off,
Oh, yeah,
all
a
right.
moon.
And if you consider that a planet, why is Pluto not a fucking planet then?
The moon is
nigga?
just a big ass chunk of rock.
The moon is bigger than Pluto. Yes, Pluto is not a planet, and he only took out one nigga on that.
And before y'all come at us, yes, if you did that level of destruction on a planet, would you take out the planet? Yes.
Yes,
Did you blow the planet up though?
right.
No.
Another thing, the nigga he fought, Dragon, right? Dragon's beam he shot it, right? Did Dragon's beam destroy a fucking planet? No, it didn't. And it made contact because they were fighting on the fucking moon. They were fighting on the fucking moon. He fought an opponent that was not a planetary opponent. He unfortunately had no choice. He was on the brink of death and said, fuck it, all or nothing. And he gave it his all, and he went planetary
Only in
to
that one moment.
And he knew it. He was like, damn, that's all I
Oh.
got. And he just left it at that.
I think I know somebody who can beat Vader.
Who?
USA chick from My Hero.
Oh yeah, she broken. No, she broken.
If she maintains the buff on herself and says he can't use the Force,
If she figures out Vader's name before Vader can use the Force, she's got it.
yeah,
Yes. If she can
Yeah.
figure out Vader's
Yeah.
name. Now, because that's the thing. If she says, you know, if she tries doing
No,
the
she
same
didn't-
shit
hold
she
up.
did with Shigaraki, she's gonna get bodied.
Wait, she doesn't even have to say his name. There is no Force.
What do you mean?
she can just take the force away. Just say there is no force. That's why I'm saying
Yeah.
she could being able to negate.
If he uses
yeah.
the force, he dies. Damn.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's valid.
Yeah,
That's valid.
she
That's
could.
valid.
She
That's valid.
Now, granted,
She has to know the quirk. She has to know that's
yeah.
what that is.
If
He's
she
using
could
the
do
force.
that and then throw straight hands with him, I could see her doing it.
I wouldn't say
I
straight
wouldn't-
hands.
I
She's
wouldn't
say
got to
straight
keep
hands.
distance.
That's what I'm
'Cause
saying.
The
I
moment that
won't-
saber gets her, she's
Yeah.
done.
Here's the thing.
man.
I won't give her the easy dub like I did Gojo.
Right.
She's got to work for it, but it's in her
It's
wheelhouse.
there. Yeah, it's in the
Yeah.
wheelhouse for her to get it.
There's a path for opportunity to do that.
I give you that.
Shigaraki full power could probably give him some trouble.
Nah, fuck all that. I'm sure I can body Vader.
No,
Shigar-
I don't think he'll
Wait.
body him. She'll give him trouble?
Does Vader have the ability to float?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's different than mine.
Yeah.
Shigaraki won't body.
He ain't gonna body
but
him, but he's
Shigaraki will be a problem.
Shigaki's a problem.
If he's floating.
Yeah. Also,
How-
they
if
have
he's-
like force bubbles and shit that would help negate that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it would get real. That would get
I
real
don't
technical.
know. Yeah, I say I don't know.
Yeah, it would get real technical.
Because when Shigaraki got blasted, he was on the bottom of the ocean and he wasn't even touching shit, and shit was still getting evaporated.
I would
That's what
say
I'm saying.
this.
Like Shigaraki could fight Vader comfortably.
Yeah,
I would,
Yeah.
comfortably.
He
I
could
don't
fight. I
even know
don't
who would win.
I don't know who would
know who
win.
would win. I'll
that's
be
a fight
honest.
I
Yeah.
honestly wouldn't
I
put
don't
money
know
on.
who- I don't know
because
who
I don't know
would
who'd
I
win.
don't know who would win that because, like I said, there are force abilities that would help limit Shigaraki, but Shigaraki's so cracked out of his
Right.
fucking mind, it might not
With
matter.
multiple quirks, right?
With
And
multiple.
My
For
speculation
some
is this. My speculation is this though. If he's floating, how much does that affect his ability to use the force? Because
None at all.
Okay, so see, right there tells me that Shigaraki would have to put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
But the fact that Shigaraki has multiple quirks
Yeah.
would work out. It would benefit him in the moment, but in the long run, it would hurt him.
It would hurt him.
Because you got to think, right? So he's got like the EMP thing, right? The EMP could shut down Vader's suit, right? Rage
Yeah.
activate, right? So as much as some of his additional quirks would help him,
It's a fight. I don't know.
because he has
that's a good fight.
right. Shigaraki,
I'm saying endurance fight. I'm saying that would be an
that's a
endurance
straight
fight.
endurance
That's a straight
fight.
endurance fight.
If it's straight endurance, I honestly
I'll
say
give it to
Vader's got.
Vader.
I'ma
I
give it
say
to Vader.
Vader's got
Being
it.
able to negate death really helps him in endurance fights.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, are we talking?
We also don't know the limit to how long he can negate death.
Are we talking Shigaraki before the jailbreak or Shigaraki after the jailbreak?
After.
No, before the jailbreak is not a chance. Before the jail,
I was giving
No.
Shigaraki his
So
old
see,
before the
I
jail,
was gonna-
yeah,
Nah,
before the
so
jailbreak, Shigaraki's not winning that.
So see, here's the thing.
after
though.
the jailbreak,
here's the thing, though.
that's a fight.
Shigaraki before the jailbreak, right? Because you were talking about how Vader has that perception where he can read emotion and everything else, right? Before
It's-
the jailbreak,
Well, it's precognition.
okay, but here's the
Yeah.
thing, though, right? Before the jailbreak, fucking Shigaraki was going through fucking mental shit because One for All and Shigaraki's
We're fighting it out.
personality were fighting over dominance.
Yeah.
So with that being said, that would be a huge fuck game for Vader to
Yeah.
deal with. After though,
No, that would make it easier for Vader
you think so?
because there's two people fighting, and he
Get one to
Shigaraki-
break. Get one to break. Wait for
Yeah,
the moment. And go for it.
That's why I said pre jail.
Okay, I'll
Shigaraki
give
does
you
not
that.
stand a chance.
I was not talking about
Post,
pre-jail.
though?
You gotta
Post-jail.
understand the Sith methodology.
Fuck.
Yeah, the Sith methodology is breaking your opponents down mentally.
If that's the case, then
I'll be honest, though.
post jailbreak, then
It's a-
Vader still got it because Shigaraki is mentally weaker now without All for One.
He's mentally weaker,
but his abilities are outrageous.
Abilities
but
were
because he's
outrageous.
so because of the way his abilities work, Shigaraki's abilities work, and how wide devastation they cause. Vader getting him to basically break isn't going to help him.
Right.
While
Yeah, I know.
pre-jailbreak getting either one to break seals the deal.
Vader's gonna have his work cut.
Oh yeah,
No, 100.
because he
right
can't touch the
now,
ground.
not even that.
Yeah.
Not even that. Right now, where shit is in the manga, Shigaraki's quirk, because he's pretty much been dosed with a whole bunch of fucking quirks. Every quirk, right, and All For One's made the comment, every quirk has a personality to it, because every quirk comes from a person. All the personalities right now are fighting for dominance, while Shigaraki's just mental state remains at the top. It remains at the top, but all the other personalities are still fighting. With that being said, Shigaraki's body is it's not healing, but it's regurgitating pretty much. Like Shigaraki's got extra arms and fingers and shit coming out of every orifice at his body uncontrollably. So with that being said, Vader's force ability is going to be getting
at.
Yeah, like he.
I see what you hitting at now.
If what's
Okay,
his name?
that's a big
If what's his name from
That's
Fate
a
Stay
big
Night?
wave.
If what's his
That's a
name from
big-
Fate
oh my
Stay
God.
Night is throwing all this shit at him, right? And Vader can't keep up with that. Mind you, all the kids at UA have been attacked by Shigaraki, and Shigaraki has put all them niggas on the floor because they can't run from him.
Here's the difference between Shigaraki doing that and Gilgamesh doing that.
Right.
Gilgamesh he's throwing them all at basically the speed of sound. So they're basically instantly, from the moment they
Instantaneous.
appear, they're instantly coming at. He's not Vader. No Jedi is going to be able to stop all of that.
Right.
Shigaraki's hands are still coming. They're coming at him, so he's going to be able to react to them, and he knows where they're going to be because of the precognition. And his lightsaber's just going to cut him off.
I got you.
So that's why I said that's not really going to matter. It's going to make him put a workout on his lightsaber, but I mean, he knows how to do that.
But see, that goes back into the fact that it's post. Shigaraki.
Is there a route for Vader
There's
with
no
the mental thing? Yeah, probably.
Here's the problem though.
But
if it's just Shigaraki in fucking Darth Vader, there's no Aizawa.
Yeah.
We're all forgetting that in this fight, right? Where Shigaraki is right now, the only reason that everyone isn't dead is because Aizawa is cutting that one ability to turn everything to ash off. Shigaraki is already able to turn anything, not only that he touches, he already said anything within a 20-meter radius that he touches, he can destroy. The moment that lightsaber touches a piece of his flesh, his lightsaber, the hilt, is going to be destroyed.
Absolutely.
He's got one shot with that lightsaber, and then everything else is force. That's all he's got.
But he probably can. He could make that work.
He can make. I can see Vader.
He's gonna have to. That's gonna
I
have to be a kill
I
shot.
can see Vader making that work.
Because
I feel like
as
if
long-
Vader,
look,
I feel like
there's
if the
something-
lightsaber
there's-
doesn't touch Shigaraki, the bottom of the hilt of the lightsaber.
There's something-
The hole doesn't touch
Right.
Shigaraki's. The lightsaber light
Here's the
itself
thing.
is fine.
Yeah, because I don't think Shigaraki can disintegrate the beam of light.
No, that's why I say it's fine.
So
It's
as long
light.
as
You
the
can
hilt
disintegrate
doesn't touch him, he's fine.
But see that's the thing. Shigaraki does not have to make contact.
I understand that, but
If the
Can the-
lightsaber cuts Shigaraki,
Yeah.
right? If the
I know what you're
lightsaber
talking.
I
he
know
can
what
just
you're
be like
talking
some
about, yeah.
fool.
Shigaraki, right?
yeah,
If the hilt of the blade
It's close.
of the hilt of the blade is
It's close.
within 20
Yeah.
meters.
Oh, does that work from
of
the?
It
this
works.
shit, right?
I didn't
Works from
think
where the
about that.
hands are?
Because
Yeah.
before, even
Okay.
before,
It
right?
works.
Spinner,
I thought it was the
forgot
main
about that.
body.
I forgot about
watched
that.
Shigaraki
God damn.
Touched Shigaraki touched a guy on the face, right?
Mm-hmm.
That dude was in a crowd of people. A crowd of people. Shigaraki is at the point now, mind you, he was in the middle of a city, right?
Mm-hmm.
An alleyway, surrounded in people. Shigaraki could have destroyed everything around him. He instead decided to destroy the nigga he touched and every nigga down that block. And that was a couple thousand niggas. And even Spinner was like, what the fuck? And Shigaraki was throwing up and he was like, oh fuck. I can do fucking damage with this. And then after they found that out, That was when immediately Midoriya was like, if we fight this nigga, I gotta fight him. Like, if you watch, he's using Black Whip. He keeps his distance until he's ready to hit this nigga. Every time.
I was about to say
Every time. He
Vader.
makes sure,
I was like Vader can do that too.
yeah, he makes sure that his hand right. That's what I'm saying. Vader, but the moment Vader touches him with that saber, regardless.
The saber's gone, yeah.
The saber cuts Shigaraki.
Can-
Shigaraki can think to himself, okay, this is going to cut my flesh
What-
off. I need to get rid of that. The second time it happens, it's gone.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'll say.
Right.
Will his Shigaraki's ability, can it go through like the matter of the sun? Because that's essentially what it is. Can it go through lasers?
You
No.
can't. You
It
can't.
can't-
You
no,
gotta
it
remember,
can't.
you can't degenerate the sun.
It can't go through the matter of the sun. However, the
What we saying
that
is the
helps
hilt.
you
It
control
controls it.
that power of
Once-
sun.
Sun. Yeah.
What we're
Right.
saying is the second Vader goes to
The
swing
real question
and
is
hits.
right. The real question is what happens if a lightsaber turns to ash?
'Cause
Does
the
it
reason-
explode?
It does not.
Okay, I was
But
about to say
the
'cause
reason why I say this is because Vader can throw the lightsaber. He's one of the
That's-
most proficient lightsaber throwers
that's
there
what
are.
I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to tell you. Listen, if you want to kill Shigaraki with a lightsaber, the best bet is javelin that motherfucker straight through his
I'ma be-
brain, and you better pray to God that
I'm gonna
nigga
be
don't
honest.
touch it.
I'm gonna give it to Darth Vader. Consider his personality.
Considering his personality.
Yeah, he's not gonna fuck around Shigaraki.
Yeah, but say
I thought about this long and hard, bruh.
I'm
He's probably
thinking-
gonna go probably the quickest
I'm
way.
thinking because Shigaraki's mentally unstable,
Yep.
inexperienced, and
Cocky.
and too cocky. I think Vader has this.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
but it's not like I said. It's not going to be an
It's
easy
not-
It's not
one.
gonna be
it's not
easy
fight.
And if
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say it's
If
gonna be easy. fight. I'm just
Shigaraki
saying
could
When
Super
Vader
Mario
wins, he's not gonna be like, "Whoo, that was easy." He's gonna be like, "Damn, thank God I did that the way I did it."
Yep.
Shit.
and if if the lightsaber goes, the fight becomes 10 times harder.
Yep. If the lightsaber goes, the fight is more, in my opinion, more in Shigaraki's favor.
Yeah. There is something called a force-like wave that will help him push off a lot of shit Shigaraki will throw at him.
Right.
But I don't... It's the reason why... Like, I don't know fully well if the disintegration will work. I'm going to say it does. But there are, like I said, there are some super dumb force things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will give Shigaraki will definitely be able to throw hands. Prime All for One would probably be able to wax Vader.
yeah. Oh.
Prime All for One. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say wax, but Prime All for One is definitely taking that dub.
Oh, listen, bro. Prime All for One.
Vader ain't
So
keeping up with Prime All for One.
yeah. So in the manga, if you guys are caught up with
Vader's
the My
not
Hero
keeping up with
manga,
Prime All for One.
All for One is officially hit because, mind you, he's regressing. All for One is officially hit Prime. This bro, I don't know how All Might was doing it. This nigga is a menace to society.
It shows how strong All Might is.
Yo,
And All Might
All
is
Might's prime
bro,
is.
Yeah.
I literally got goosebumps watching it. Like, I was creeped out. I was like, bro, this nigga really ain't letting All Might listen. And All Might did it to himself because All Might showed up and he said, this nigga's going crazy. So I'm gonna make this nigga go a little bit more crazy so I can buy time. This nigga went off scale ballistic. This nigga is coming out of the woodworks, like literally attacking All Might on all fours. And as this nigga's running, he is coming face first out of concrete walls, smiling, beating the brakes off this nigga.
I mean, you gotta think
Beating
about
the
it.
brakes off this
Hey,
nigga.
look, you gotta think about it though. If you're all for one, and only if you're regressing, right? The only thing you're thinking about is power.
I do
I'm
it
gonna
too.
Want that
I
power
do it
that
too.
that nigga have.
Not
bruh.
even. I ain't gonna lie though. If I was not even that aspect, if I was All for One, and this nigga All Might, who's been keeping me down for years,
Yeah,
literally
that's
put
another aspect.
literally
yeah.
put me on life alert, came to me in prison to talk shit to me, and then I tell this nigga I'm finna get out and I'm finna bust your ass. And then
It's
I
gotta
get
be
out.
on site.
I get out and I find out and I know that you're weak. I know you can't fight me. I know you can't. And I'm on my way to help my student out and I see you trying to big flex me.
I'm whooping your
You
ass.
best believe.
I might go batshit crazy.
You best believe I'm
dog
pausing.
walking.
I'm hitting the pause button, and I am gonna walk the fuck out of you, flat. And
Yeah.
it's just the way he's doing it. I'm like, bro, leave my nigga All Might alone. He's got no powers, bro. It's like watching a grown man beat a dog. Like it's
I wouldn't be surprised if All Might be like,
And this nigga All Might still, bro. This nigga still talking shit as he's getting his ass
making
beat,
him
bro.
more mad.
This
pissing him
nigga,
off
yeah,
more.
he's still
Pissing
talking
him off
shit.
more.
I'm like, bro.
Pissing him off more.
I'm like, bro,
it's
you're
like
gonna die.
All Might knows he's All Might. This is petty. All Might's being
Yeah.
petty at this point.
Oh, yeah.
No, not even like there's been so many, bro. I'm telling, if All Might doesn't die, I'm gonna literally write whoever the fuck is doing My Hero and be like, bro, what's up with all these fucking flashbacks then if you're not gonna kill this nigga?
Yeah.
Like we've done so many flashbacks, and like All Might has said it where he's like, I'm ready. I know what I know what I need to do. And I'm like, bro, then just die.
I've said this.
Die, please.
I was like,
I'm tired of watching you, homie. Like,
I've said this on the podcast. That is the next step Deku needs.
yes, he has to die.
His mentor needs to die.
Yes, I've said that multiple times. It's not a matter of when is he gonna die. It's a matter of how.
Yeah, and if he goes out like this, oh, that's gonna fuck Deku up.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like Deku needs to physically be present when All Might dies, and right now he's not physically present.
Bruh, if Deku is present,
If Deku's present, All For One's gonna die.
Yeah,
If All For
like-
One dies, it's gonna restart the cycle all over
Yeah.
again, starring Shigaraki and Deku.
yeah,
and
I
that's
was like,
honestly
if
what I think they're
Deku is-
gonna do.
Yeah, so if Deku is present when All For One or when All Might dies, and All For One does it,
I
that
pray to
nigga
God.
Deku's gonna go berserk.
All I'm saying is this: if
Because
Deku-
he still feels bad for how he treated him
does.
when he went his vigilante arc.
Not even that, bro. You should have seen how Deku acted when he got to UA and he saw that Bakugo was dead.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. Deku is still managing to hold it together because he was freaking out, and all the other holders for One For All were like, "Hey, bro, get your shit together." And Shigaraki was talking crazy. He was like, "Yeah, nigga, you like that present I brought you, don't you, nigga?" And this nigga Deku proceeded to beat his ass, bring him outside of the wall, and he was like, "I'm just gonna beat your ass down here." See that. That part, I was like, you know what? That is some character development. But when he sees All Might die,
That's something
he's-
else.
if
That's
gonna be
Shigaraki,
something
if
else.
Shigaraki is not there, all I'm saying
All
is this:
For
if
One is
Shigaraki
dead.
is not there, All For One is gonna have wished that All Might killed him.
Yep.
He's gonna have wished he killed him the first time before he locked him up in Tartarus, because that nigga Deku. You thought the way he was beating up Shigaraki before the jailbreak was back, it's gonna be a worse
Way
repeat,
worse.
bruh.
Way
It's gonna be a
worse.
Imagine Overhaul, what he's done in all his movies, just done to All Might or All For
Wow.
One. That's exactly what's gonna happen. It's gonna be reckless, an absolute fucking travesty.
But this has been a very
I
interesting
seen the look.
episode.
I
Very
seen the
interesting.
look.
Yeah, I saw the look.
Ray looked at
I
me.
saw
Ray
the
looked
look.
at me. He was like, "Hey, bro, were y'all gonna keep talking?"
Yeah, we gonna keep talking
Bro.
about this.
This goes to show y'all when you get some big ass nerds, passionate about our craft,
Yep.
talking about some
Pretty
shit. Because Bryce, do you know how long we've been going?
Like 2 hours.
No.
3.
Oh,
Wrong three.
Yeah.
yikes.
Hey, look, he said 3. I turned over. I kept talking to you. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, fuck all that.
That's
We
2
keep
whole
talking.
episodes. Shit, we got a couple
Yeah,
episodes.
we might.
Yeah,
Look,
we gonna have to splice
if y'all
this
get to
out.
this part, we might break this up into 2 episodes.
Yeah.
This bro, damn.
This bitch is deep.
I don't know if I'm gonna give you. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna give y'all a full ass 3-hour episode. So we might split this.
might split
Hopefully,
this.
yeah. I say hopefully we did it solid to where it's like an hour and a half is like
No.
where we stop talking
Oh,
about
no.
Baki and
Oh,
start
no, we
getting
stopped.
into.
We did.
That's
We
like-
did.
And then we start
did.
getting into Star Wars like
I
an
think-
hour and like 35.
I think
so that
that's
way
what
you got,
we'll do.
Yeah.
Is I think that's what we'll do. We'll just make an entire. We'll stop at the Baki and then go.
Yeah.
Go with the Star Wars.
Yeah, and then go from there. But yeah, no. Hey, thanks for chilling with
Thanks
us.
for chilling with
sir.
us. Come on back some other time,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Bring
Come
some
on
food.
back next week.
Yeah. Fuck out my
Deuces,
face.
nigga.
Until next time.
Switch the channel, damn. Get off YouTube.
On
Do
Weebs
something.
in the hood.
Exercise.
Go
something.
get on your hood rat shit. Yeah. You right there.
Yo, you right there.
Go
You
get your hood rat shit.
Don't be watching this. Go watch.
You need hood rat shit. You need hood rat shit. You need to get off of the streets and get
You
off
need
of
to
there.
get some new weaves.
Yeah, you in the back. I see you. You ain't slick.
I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
Go, hey, get them crusty Jordans off your feet.
I can
on.
see the tracks through the YouTube.
Pussy.